All right, now, you just knocked out like a really quick run. Who would be your first call if you were doing a 7 a.m. run from the villa?
From the villa, who would I call to run with me?
Uh-huh.
Brian, for sure. That boy runs. Elan too. He can run too.
Yeah? Yeah. I can see it. I can see it. Now, I have to ask, you and Olandria, I love everything that you got going on. I just saw that glamour shoot. It was insane. So, what would you say is your favorite project that y'all have done so far?
There's been so many. There's been Nyx, there's been Glamour, there's been Sweet Green. But I think like the Glamour one was that fed generations, that fed families. I feel like so. No, that was my favorite for sure. Yeah. It was like nice and Christmassy. Shout out Vicky Sue. There's your Christmas card.
Y'all were definitely eating. I was just gonna say I love seeing y'all grow together. I can't wait to see what y'all got so far. And just the last thing, can I get a roll tide?
Roll Tide, baby.
Roll Tide. Thank you so much. Good morning, Bama Barstool. I'm Sequoia Morning, and we're here bright and early with Nick Vance from Love Island Season 7. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, Bama. What's good, baby?
Are you used to waking up this early?
Hell no. I'm used to staying up this early.
I was fighting this morning to get out of the bed. Yeah. Well, I know last night DJ Freako Nico made an appearance. So how did Bama treat you?
I mean, shout out 2 Dimes. That venue's top class. I've been to this is my 50th, hosting DJ thing. So I've seen a lot of clubs, and Bama does it right.
That's what I'm saying. This is the place to be. Like, for your DJ tour, what would you say is like your top 3 so far?
I'd say Toronto, LA for Escape, and then Bama's got to be up there venue-wise. That was crazy.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Now, we know you love basketball. We were watching you. And... Okay.
Same.
It's going fast. But anyway, we know that you really love basketball. So what is the team that you're rooting for the playoffs this year?
I mean, I grew up in Miami, so I'm a huge Heat fan. We'll see how they do. Shout out D-Wade, baby. Number 3, baby. That's my boy.
All right. Now, you just knocked out like a really quick run. Who would be your first call if you were doing a 7 a.m. run from the villa?
From the villa, who would I call to run with me?
Uh-huh.
Brian, for sure. That boy runs. Elan too. He can run too.
Yeah? Yeah. I can see it. I can see it. Now, I have to ask, you and Olandria, I love everything that you got going on. I just saw that glamour shoot. It was insane. So, what would you say is your favorite project that y'all have done so far?
There's been so many. There's been Nyx, there's been Glamour, there's been Sweet Green. But I think the Glamour one was that fed generations, that fed families. I feel like so, that was my favorite for sure. Yeah. It was like nice and Christmassy. Shout out Vicky Sue. There's your Christmas card.
Y'all were definitely eating. I was just gonna say I love seeing y'all grow together. I can't wait to see what y'all got so far. And just the last thing.
Thank you.
Can I get a roll tide?
Roll Tide, baby.
Okay.
Roll Tide. Thank you so.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so mad at the Roll Tide.
I'm gonna be so
mad at that.
LRGA.
Yes, Win.
Hey, girl.
How are you? Happy 26.
I'm doing well. I was. I'm starting a lot of stuff in the comments, LRGA, but I'm just saying, right? Because earlier he was over here naming brands he was working with. Nick, hear me out, right? Regardless if it's professional or not, Nick is also an individual who is subject him and his significant other over other brands and people. Regardless of the fact that it could be a business, professionalism is one thing, right? Mm-hmm. But we also can't be subjective in our feelings of a brand when it correlates with our partners. And I think Nick does that perfectly well, because even if he's doing like Kalani Kinis or Agua, like yes, it could be like a seasonal or intentional, brand at the moment, but it's not something longevity wise, it's not long term. So when he doesn't name those brands, I'm like, oh, okay, because like some of those brands were pivotal in like post villa content, but like afterwards, like people are gonna expect them to be named. But like, hear me out. No, Charlie, it's not reaching. Because after
Thanks,
after like
Ducky.
certain individuals get like brand deals by the same people, then it starts to wonder, like, is it really a support for people, or is it just like, because like I wouldn't want to be pouring water into plants that's pouring water back into people who hurt me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. That is valid.
It's valid, but I do think though that we all know Nick kind of does get a little forgetful. Yeah. And I don't think in this situation, I don't think it's as big of a deal, and I think that's where the fandom and the fan base kind of get in trouble, and it's not even just with Nick. I've seen it with other celebrities too. Is they kind of like dissect every single thing that they say, and then like formulate their own assumptions on what happened based off of their own like upbringing and their own traumas and their own ways that they've had to like move through the world. And I think truly this is just kind of like an innocent oops, because the last time he was interviewed he forgot Nick's. And then one time he forgot.
I don't
think
it's
that deep. Like he's been working
No,
with
Haley.
Kalani. He's been working with Kalani for years and years. Like he's friends with these people. Like it's the morning time. It's really not that serious. Like it's not.
But even if it like y'all are thinking that I'm taking it seriously. No, my thing is this, right? Certain individuals could have a say in a matter, regardless if you know them or not, right? My thing is, even if it's early morning, it's not deep enough for you to support people, right? And even if we're, excluding the fact that people closer to Nick or was close have hands in where Nick has been, it does something when you start to notice a lot of people starting to eye where you're going, eye who you've been with. So quite frankly, him paying attention and be like, oh yeah, I got names off the top of my head. If you're saying he's worked with people for so long, why didn't he name those individuals, right? But at the same time, like that's if I was going.
Hey, Devonda.
A lot of people who sit up here, a lot of people will try purposely misinterpreting where I'm coming from, and they like to sit up here and think just because I'm saying, oh, Nick didn't name these individuals because he's being shitty or petty. No, he didn't name them because at the end of the day, he's going where he, not just him, but also Ola could be recognized. It's not just because it's just Nick's show and Nick's show. No. Nick's been moving for not just him, he's just been moving for him and his future has been him and Ola. Nowhere did I say Nick was being messy. Nowhere did I say Nick was having ulterior motives. I said personally. No, a lot of people kept saying the reason why I was saying, y'all see Nick didn't put Kalani Kinis in the comments. No, I said what I said. The reason he didn't do it was because even if he's been working with them, he's prioritizing him and
Olandria, right. He only named things that have been a part of their success post Villa.
Exactly. And if they're not going to be for him and Ola, because at the end of the day, I can't be clear if there's a certain limit to how much I can type.
Yeah,
right.
They don't give us enough characters. Yeah. No, I get you. I feel you, and you know what? That's an awesome observation, which is why I enjoy listening to you, because sometimes you have like a different way of saying things, but I do.
We just have to let you cook, Win. We just have to let you cook.
But here's my thing. I'll be trying to get what I'm trying to say out of it, but I'm also neurodivergent, and I can't like get all my thoughts in if I'm like being like over
The pressure. Yeah.
People interrupt, because at that point, like with my thought process, I have to get everything out. So if I'm like interrupted or people like misinterpret, then I lose my train of thought, and what I initially wanted to say would then just be like on the back burner and forgotten, because I have to clear up everything else that other people are interpreting or choosing to put into my thinking space when it's not my original identity. So I would like to get it all in concise, and I blame TikTok for it really. But no, it wasn't Nick being shady. It was Nick trying to secure him and his partner's future, because Nick is trying to see how far he can go with where he's been and see if it could be a benefit for him and Ola. If it's not, he's not afraid of cutting those losses, which is why I was saying when it came to Kalani Kini's, and it wasn't very much interrogative for Ola's detriment, it would be for Nick. Hear me out, right? But the moves other brand deals have been making when it came to Nick and Ola hasn't been favorable. It's either one or the other. So when Nick names brand deals, Nick names places he's been in, where I'm looking at it is, oh, it's securing me and my partner's future, because if I'm going to sit up here and be all in, I want it to not just be beneficial to me. I want to sit up here and make it to where my partner can feel elevated too, can feel like even if where she's at, and I don't want her to be thinking like, oh yeah, I'm putting this into animosity. No, Nick's coming from a place where he's not just making sure he's cared and looked out for, but Ola is as well, because that's where I'm seeing it from. I'm seeing it from a man who's willing to not just uplift himself and get him to financial stability. He wants his partner there as well, even if she can or can't. He's just there as that option, even though she herself is where she is now. We see where Ola's at. We see where she's been going. We see the places she's been and who she's been seeing. And he's just like, even if all else didn't happen, even if there's a world of what ifs, he wants her to know she's not alone, and that's the cushion he's providing for Ola.
Can I say something, Win, really quick? So I am not neurodivergent, and I think you function very high for somebody that's neurodivergent. I do have employees that are, and some of the things that I explain to them when they get frustrated, when people who are not neurodivergent, like the clash in between the two, is I say it's very similar to, say, for instance, a French person talking to a person that only speaks English, or a French person, like a French person that only speaks French and an English person that only speaks English, and they have to figure out how to communicate. It takes time, but it also takes grace on both ends to listen to each other. So I hope you find more solace going forward, because the foundation is there, that we all care about these two couples and what they mean to us. And so, I hope you can give people grace when they misunderstand you. I do understand, though, that in some of the comments they were saying that you were being messy. I didn't think that you were being messy. I just thought you were taking it a little personal.
Sorry.
I didn't even see the dang comment.
When I came up, because I saw the start of this conversation when you said, mind you, Kalani Keenis wasn't mentioned with good reason. And then Hello Kelly said, hold on, let me just get there. Shit. I was just on there. Hello Kelly said, I didn't say anything. Well, was it because they posted his ex? And then you said exactly with the eyes, right? And then I started, and then you said also, because, hear me out, for those confused, if you act out and hold spaces for people hurting your clients. So I started responding to you, and I was saying, well, if she modeled for them and they've posted her, they're a business at the end of the day. This is a person wearing their clothes, basically, their bikini, basically. It has nothing to do with who he's with now. They did do a shoot together with them, and they promoted her multiple times during that time. If they're not promoting her now, that is that's their prerogative. She's not currently wearing, or there's no new shoot. I'm sure she's still on their website. Olandra, that is I'm talking about, right? So I was responding to you to saying you were reaching when you were saying that.
But where I'm coming from, right? Because I made the comment, and I know Kelly didn't make it in a shady way as well, right? Because where I'm coming from is, even if Kalani Kini's was working with Nick entirely, so where I'm coming from is, her client's part is the fact that we're not only just saying, oh yeah, we had worked with Nick for years, right? Because Kalani Kini's worked with Nick for years. Mm-hmm. That's the overlying comment. But when you start saying, oh, it's not a dig, he could be a model, you can attach people, right? It's not a reach to say he's hurting a client if the person he's attached to also is a conflict of interest with another client you're posting on your website. And if you're working with someone for so long, you're building that repertoire and that business relationship with another individual, and you garner that and respect it, you wouldn't want to sit up here and make a sour grapes out of an entire
What?
hmm?
What? But she was a model with them from before, no? As
Yes.
well, right?
He was.
So like I don't understand. Should they stop, like, just don't post her anymore because she's a new person?
You know what?
Who's also a model for them.
Let's listen to it one more time so I can hear exactly what Win is talking about. Cause I mean, I was listening, and I heard brands and I was like, oh, those sound familiar, but I didn't hear the exclusion. And like, was there a pause? Was it a oversight? Like, so let's listen again. This is Nick in Alabama being interviewed by Barstool Alabama's IG. And let's take a listen.
How did Bama treat you?
I mean, shout out 2Doms. That venue's top class. I've been to, like, this is my 50th, you know.
Let's go back so it can start over.
Good morning, Bama Barstool. I'm Sequoia Morning, and we're here bright and early with Nick Vance from Love Island Season 7. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, Bama. What's good, baby?
Are you used to waking up this early?
Hell no. I'm used to staying up this early.
I hear you. I was fighting this morning to get out of the bed. Yeah. Well, I know last night DJ Freako Nico made an appearance. So how did Bama treat you?
I mean, shout out 2Doms. That venue's top class. I've been to, like, this is my 50th, you know, hosting DJ thing. So I've seen a lot of clubs, and Bama does it right.
That's what I'm saying. This is the place to be. Like, for your DJ tour, what would you say is like your top 3 so far?
I'd say Toronto, LA for Escape, and then Bama's got to be up there venue-wise. That was crazy.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Now, we know you love basketball. We were watching you. Okay.
Same.
It's going fast. But anyway, we know that you really love basketball. So what is the team that you're like rooting for the playoffs this year?
I mean, I grew up in Miami, so I'm a huge Heat fan. We'll see how they do. Shout out D-Wade, baby. Number 3, baby. That's my boy.
All right. Now, you just knocked out like a really quick run. Who would be your first call if you were doing a 7 a.m. run from the villa?
From the villa, who would I call to run with me?
Uh-huh.
Brian, for sure. That boy runs. Elan, too. He can run, too.
Yeah? I can see it. Now, I have to ask, you and Olandra, I love everything that you got going on. I just saw that glamour shoot. It was insane. So, what would you say is your favorite project that y'all have done so far?
There's been so many. There's been Nyx, there's been Glamour, there's been Sweet Green. But I think, like, the Glamour one was, that fed generations, that fed families, I feel like. So, that was my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
It was, like, nice and Christmassy. Shout out Vicky Sue. There's your Christmas card.
Y'all were definitely eating. I was just going to say, I love seeing y'all grow together. I can't wait to see what y'all got so far. And just the last thing, can I get a roll tide?
Roll Tide, baby!
Roll Tide, thank you so much.
Can I just say
Good
something
morning,
really
Bama
quick, though?
Barstool.
We
I'm
do have to
Sequoia
be
Morning,
careful
and
in
we're here
making-
bright and early
I'm
with
not
Nick
saying
Vance
that-
from Love Island Season 7. How are you
Curves,
doing?
can you pause it?
I'm good.
Yeah.
What's good, baby?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead,
I'm
sorry.
just saying that because sometimes ops like slide in and out of here, kind of put a little bit more thought into some of the things that you're typing. That's all I ask. Because you know how the ops like to turn things and.
Are we worried about ops in 26 still? Do I have to be concerned still really bad?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
unfortunately, yes.
They're a little wild.
Curly, to answer your question, they were responding, well, they liked a comment regarding the X.
Hey,
I'm
Shady.
not mad about the X part. But where I'm mad at is where Sierra and a lot of people who were trying to show empathy for Sierra when she got booted was what drew the line with Kulani for me. Because after they went to Greece and after they had everything that happened, people was like, oh, so you got with Ola because Sierra was over here having feelings for you. It's like a rerun of what happened with your ex and how you cheated, X, Y, and Z. A lot of people made speculations when she went to Greece
Inglewood.
Yes, there was a lot of people in a lot of spaces saying literally posting screenshots of this at the time. And Kalani Keeney's was over here liking comments that was detrimental to the relationship Nick was formulating with Ola at the time. This was before we got to the reunion. This was before we sat up here and figured out she went to Greece. We were over here.
Okay, YouTube. So what we're listening to right now, thanks for coming through. This is LRGA Curves. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button on your way in. Make sure your bell is rung because I didn't even know I was going live right now either. Okay, and the way you'll find out is if your bell is rung. So today, Nick, on Founders Day, popped over to Kappa House, and while still on the Alabama campus, he was interviewed by this woman right here, and you heard in the interview, he was giving shouts out. So we're simulcasting with my TikTok panel where we have 190 people in the chat, and we have 4 people besides myself on the panel. Right now we're listening to Win, who has let us know he's neurodivergent, and what he noticed is what he's talking about. So we're just sharing our POVs from the interview
From the convo.
and everything.
Charlie, because at the end of the day, when I brought this up, it was then like we wouldn't be here if, like, you know, I was given the time to sit up here and say my bases, but a lot of people wanted to sit up here and jump on me in the comments. So.
Well, I appreciated your input and your POV, honestly, Win. And I'm glad that you, hey, NDs, shout out to the NDs, because neurodivergence, I feel, is like the only path actually to get off this rock sane. That's what I'm actually getting to, because this normal shit is overrated. And if this is what normal is doing, then fuck that. I want to be ND. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all are pissing me off in the damn comments. First off, it's not meant to be messy. If I wanted to be messy, I would have been fucking messy. One thing about it, 2 things can be true at once, right?
Who's fucking with you in the
As someone in
comments?
college, we look at emotional empathy, and we sit up here and align it to social settings.
You didn't say
Y'all sit up here-
anything
Y'all sit up here and
bad.
listen. Y'all listen to respond instead of listening to understand, right? And it doesn't take a lot to sit up
Who
here
are you,
and
Toya?
realize that 2 things can be true at once, right?
I think that's a bot.
Not naming Kulani Keeney's wasn't a dig. It was him looking for a projection to his future, right? A lot of people sit up here and will be like, oh, you're making mess out of nothing. No. We're over here bringing it up because, again, it was brought up because I said, look how he didn't name Kulani Keeney's, right? Because a lot of people were like,
Thanks,
oh,
Charlie. I
he
was
got
just getting
deals
ready
with
to block
Kalani
them.
Keeney's, he got deals with X, Y, Z.
And there's a
So I
little
said,
water
okay.
drop in here too that needs to go. Fuck that. Like, you have a right to say your
You gotta block
POV.
more people?
Yeah, there's a water drop or something.
Wait, what's a water drop?
I don't know. It's
No,
like this.
hold on. No, hold on, Miss Curves. And I'm sorry, when I was on a work call when you were talking, right? I'm trying. Yeah, so
I love you, Charlie, but at the same time, a lot of people who don't know me and don't know where I'm coming from have a lot to speak on me being messy or not, and still sit up here choosing to literally misgender me. I'm not gonna play with it. I'm really not. So again, I'm trying to give, like Sari said, to give y'all grace. I'm not trying to sit up here and lose my temper. But when people sit up here and intentionally misinterpret what I'm saying and say, oh, I understand very well what you're saying, no, we're not going to sit up here. We're not going to play on my words. I said what I said. I wasn't being messy. If y'all wanted to see messy, I could have said, oh, Nick sitting up here not defending people who didn't defend his partner, that was messy. But guess what? All I said was, notice how he didn't name certain individuals because guess what?
Thanks,
They
Avita.
weren't for him. They weren't for him, and they weren't for his future. Again, if we're going to look at the optics, Nick is looking out for
Okay, so YouTube, you can hear that Win is a little wound up right now. And that's why you can't really pay attention to the comments. Like, even me, myself, like, when I do get caught up in the I get to block them. But he is on a panel engaging with the negativity in the comments. And Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so Charlie, can you answer when's? Can we do this? Charlie, can you answer when's?
Yeah, when is
question?
a when is a
When
they
ask the
them?
question, Charlie answer it, and then can we pivot? And then comments like just to stop. Let's just move on. Let's
So,
try to make this a positive situation. The damn girl went to Paris. Let's.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So I came up here, like I said earlier, specifically regarding what
The ops, yeah.
what I read out to you guys in the comments about them
Curves
using
YouTube
sex.
channel Well Damn has
Like,
posted the
from
video
so
where
before
people
you
are
came up here
calling
when
Olandria
that's the
egotistical.
only
Yeah, I
information
saw that. They're saying that she's
in the comments,
arrogant,
right?
egotistical,
So I started from the angle
conceited,
saying,
because in
so
several of those
they
red
shouldn't
carpet
post
interviews
the ex because
at the Golden Globes, they were like,
now
"Oh,
with
what's your
someone else,
favorite
although
this?" She's like,
the ex
"Obviously
is a
me,
model
like,
for him and so
duh."
on. So I'm like,
And she already
it's a
told us
business.
though.
Like all
Hey,
of the
she gave us a
personal part of
precursor in
it, like
25. She
shouldn't
said
doesn't matter
2026
to the business.
was going to be her
You get what I'm
cocky
saying?
year. So I'm not sure why the people are
These
surprised. She's not a
comments are
liar.
things that they
So they should
like.
have just
I
been
know nothing
prepared.
about them liking it.
And
I really
confidence,
don't like
cocky,
follow
arrogant,
up on
cocky,
things
whatever they're
people
calling
do and
her
like and
is
all that shit. So I
irrelevant
know
because
nothing
she's in
about that. I'm
Paris at
taking your
Bridgerton,
word
you
for that.
guys.
No, so
At
but
Chanel. Did you see the Chanel
from
photo?
watching this interview, I
Let me show
cannot
you.
draw the conclusion that you've drawn just because he didn't mention them when the person
She's in
question
Chanel.
was to name a
Look,
certain
she's in
amount.
Paris. She
And
posted
he
this
probably just
picture
rolled off the
about an
first
hour
3 or
ago
4 that he could remember.
in her
You know what I'm
Instagram.
saying? So
And
that's
she
why
was
I'm
like,
saying
I'll get
that
my
was a
own
reach.
Chanel
No,
bag.
I see your perspective, but for me, I was very disappointed when a lot of people was like, "Oh, it's a
What's
reach,"
this?
because my initial statement wasn't coming
Oh,
from
this is
being messy,
Nick
right?
on
'Cause if
Founders
people
Day
gave me the
at
time
the
to sit up here and
AKA
explain
house.
myself, 'cause
Hello.
Kelly wasn't
So your
messy
main
as
gripe
well.
is them saying you're messy.
My main gripe was people misinterpreting my initial comment to our conversation in the comments as being
Nick was
messy.
aura
I was
farming
saying Nick
in
was smoking.
Alabama
Like,
last
mind
night.
you,
I
how
don't know who
people
the special guest
say
was. I
like, "Oh,
think they
looking
said
for
somebody
PIPs,"
named
or I will
Jay, who was
also do rant
local.
deals with people on the island as well.
Here,
People
I'm going to
who
turn
I
wind
honestly
down.
shouldn't have seen.
There, I turned wind down for a minute. I just let them go on and on over there. You know, some people just need to get it out, and allow that space. He's not saying nothing negative about Nick and Olandria. They're having a healthy dialogue. He had a valid point. Nick was very, he only mentioned things that benefited him and Olandria only. He didn't mention Kulani Kini, even though that was their first brand deal together. And their speculation is because Kulani Kini, the bikini brand, reposted him and his ex's photo shoot that obviously happened well before he met Olandria, but he modeled with an ex before for Kalani Kini, okay? And so after him and Olandria blew up, they reposted the campaign with him and his ex. And some people are speculating that that was them being messy. And I'm just like, hey, they were reusing footage now that it's hot. And maybe she has a relationship with them too. And then she was like, well, I do need some work. You know, why not use old campaigns to reignite? I mean, if you got the same print on hand in inventory, why not use the old things? You know what I'm saying? It's their brand. They can do what they want, honestly. So I'm not really tripping. And it wouldn't have been my observation because, yeah, I wasn't that deep with it. But Win has a point. And the people are, he just said he's ND, neurodivergent, right? And the people in the comments are all taking everything he's saying exactly how he's saying it. But anyway, I would just stop engaging with him if I was him. Ops! Are there some ops in here, Piper? Popper. They always gonna have something to say, aren't they? You saw it? Why do black women have to be humble? She is the it girl. She already told these bitches, this is my cocky year. She said, this is 2026. Y'all gonna be mad. This is my cocky year. Okay? I mean, and she's good morning, chat. Sorry, came in hot. No, come in hot. That's how we're approaching 2026. Hot. Okay? We're coming in hot, just like a fajita. Okay? Right? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Beautiful Olandria. They are reaching. Her interviews were lighthearted, confident, not arrogant at all. I agree, Dana. And Piper, that is the question of eons. They're always trying to humble us and dethrone our asses. I mean, the world was once all queens of melanation and kings of melanation. I mean, I'm convinced the Dark Ages was when black people still ruled some shit, and that's why there's no books on that shit. Because they don't want to show us in our royal era, in our regal era. So they just call it the Dark Ages and omit any video drawings. I mean, not video. They wouldn't have video, but they would, any renderings of what actually happened in the so-called Dark Ages. I'm convinced that was like the last time we were regals and of our home instead of just black, you know. Anyway. So but they've been trying to dethrone us, you know. That's been their whole colonizer's mission, is to dethrone the queen, the mitochondrial DNA. That's the whole colonizer's fucking mission. Okay? And so part of the mission requires a humbling, a breaking, or something. So let me see the wind drop. Let's see what happened.
If Miss Curves wanted to drop Win, then Miss Curves would have done that. So please don't be in here saying, do this, do that, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't want to drop Win. He was fine.
Win dropped themselves, and
I mean,
that's
yeah,
what put us
when
the
they were fine. They were
even
fine.
doing.
They were fine. Win was fine with
You
me.
guys, and too, you have to allow people to like express themselves and do that, and then when it's time, we can move on and pivot, and maybe this is a good time to pivot. But I really appreciate, if you get into these spaces and you listen to Win, you need to really listen to what they are saying, because Win has a lot of great insight.
Yes.
You don't necessarily have to agree with what Win says, but they bring really a lot of great things to the table that makes us such a colorful and non-monolithic fan base.
Yes.
And that's what we don't want. We don't want to be a monolithic fan base. So just take what you like and leave the rest.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Okay, so
yeah.
with that, can we move on to something
Poor-
different?
Yeah, get off Win's back, you guys.
Yeah, next topic, we all move on.
Did she post any more on?
Haley and I.
Oh, I can't use it right now. X that.
It's just, sometimes it gets a little heated. It is what it is.
Yeah. And Win, I'm giving you air hugs.
Yes. And thanks again for sharing your
I
POV.
can also help people if it's hard for you to use the gender that someone prefers. Because sometimes, like, I have to legit think about it before I let the word out my mouth. Instead of, if you feel like you're going to say he, say the name of the person instead.
Uh-huh.
That's
Say
what I
the
just
name
had
of
to
the
do.
person instead.
Yeah, that's way easier.
Trust me, it helps.
It does help.
And I know, and I get it, it's not easy, because this is not like, things have changed in the world over the last however many years, right? So a lot of us, this is not what we've grown up with, but we can adjust. And if it means that you need to slow down to adjust, then slow down to adjust.
Right.
And to survive in this world, you have to be adaptable and evolve. And if you can't adapt and evolve, like, nah, this is a survival of the fittest. You gotta go.
Yeah, and Win, if you're in the comments, just want to say, I hope you didn't think that I was being mean to you.
Yeah, me either.
They just said we were being
Anyway,
nude
look
over
at
here.
that.
There's more
Look
ops in
at
here.
that.
I don't know. They just said we were being nude. We're not being nude.
Well, oh my god. Oh, was it because of Ola's boobage? That might be. I have to cover it.
Why is that any different than every video on TikTok already.
Because she's black.
Because we know why.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the reason why I said, you know, when you said curves, are the ops still added as 2026? Yes, they are.
Yeah. And the ops includes the algorithm. Okay.
She's aging pretty good.
Yeah.
The last thing that I was going to say, and please, if y'all in the comments want to say, oh, you don't bring back there. The last thing that I was going to say to Wayne before Wayne dropped was, I don't think you have enough information from him just answering right there to come to the conclusion that this is what he's doing in terms of those brands. That's what I was going to say. Like, we don't have enough information to think that this is why he didn't mention them. Anyways, that's that for me.
I literally think it was just an oversight. Like, that's my personal POV. But
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
yes.
You're welcome. Tell me about your outfit. What are you wearing today?
Yes, I'm wearing robe. That's true.
Okay, from India designer.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Tell me about your
knows how to
jewelry,
pronounce
your
things.
ring, everything, you know. Describe me.
Swarovski.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it so beautiful, so colorful, like my skirt?
Okay. What's your favorite brand?
She's so cute.
She
My
is.
favorite brand. You know who I have been around out here lately?
Mm-hmm.
Christian Siriano. So I would have to say him. He's been a part of all my big moments so far. So one of my
Okay.
favorite brands for sure.
And what's your favorite music?
I love R&B. Good old school 90s R&B.
Okay, any artist?
My favorite actress?
Yeah.
I would have to say Lupita.
Okay,
So
Lupita.
talented.
Okay, thank you so much. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Right,
Hi, Linda.
I hope she's having the time of her life in France. This is her first time in France.
Yeah, I'm so happy for her.
I am too.
Stuns at the Bridgerton premiere.
Yes, you knew what I was
TMZ.
talking about, Tashina Beauty. Unlike somebody who did not know how to pronounce the wicked character's name. Yes,
Oh, God.
that's where I was going with that.
Uh-oh. They're gonna come for us as soon as we...
Whatever, come for us. You don't know how to pronounce alphabet?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. How many, like, that's been the zeitgeist for decades. Don't
Yeah,
do
where
that.
you been? Where you
Come
been?
on.
But yeah.
Like, it just gives Alandria and that other girl gives me Meghan Markle versus Kate Middleton. Like, one is completely prepared and is doing everything great and is perfectly perfect.
One second,
And
Nima, did you mean to request up? I've never seen you before. Sorry. Did you mean to request up? Okay, they removed their request.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like Megan is just perfectly perfect, researches, is so eloquent and classy, and does her homework, and she still gets scrutinized, told it's too much, asked why she's there, but just like Alandria, the other one can just stay annoying wrong, and it gets excused, and she can put "Cry Me a River" on Twitter, and it's okay. Like,
Right.
I just don't mess with that. Be prepared.
That's the reason why I say I think when Ola gets a little bit of acting classes underneath her belt, she's actually going to be very good because she's very natural in front of a camera to the point where you don't know how nervous she is. Like,
Right.
the trained eye probably might pick it up, but the everyday person doesn't really pick it up. I even said this, when they were doing the BTS with Kalani, the two ladies, Bikinis, and
Oh, yeah, those two chicks. Yeah.
Olandria just, and this is what I commented on their thing. I said, it is a good thing that you worked with her, because for somebody that this is their first time out to do this, she took direction very well. And as somebody that's putting money out into the universe behind this person, you don't want them wasting your time. And having to constantly explain how to move and what you want to get from them, that takes money and that takes time. And she's very receptive to the feedback that's given to her, and then can translate it as being comfortable in front of the camera when we that can see it know that she really isn't. But she's doing a dang good job.
Dark skin. Did you mean to come up?
I invited her. I invited her.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was a mistake. You want me to help you to drop, or are you gonna?
I just want to say something before
Okay.
I talk.
Okay.
I wanted to apologize to Win because I truly did not see their gender. They or them, I didn't see it. So I wanted to apologize. I do still disagree with his point, but
0 point, dark
their
skin.
point, I'm sorry.
Or Win's point. Say Win helps
point.
you just say the name.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it will help. Trust me.
Okay, I do disagree with Wynn's point, but it wasn't an ill intention. I think that just like what you were saying, Charlie, we can all have our own point of views and have disagreements within the fandom, or and it not be taken as ill will. So I don't want them, Win, I'm learning, y'all. I don't want Win to think that I was coming for them. Did I do this right?
Yeah.
You're doing
Great, girl.
I don't want them to think that I was coming for Win. I just did not agree with the take on things about the longevity, and that's what I was commenting on.
I appreciate you coming up and setting that straight, dark skin.
Respect for the apology.
Yes. Major respect.
Hey, listen, y'all know that I get in here and I just watch and I support. You know, I'm really just a watcher, so I don't want to cause any discord or any drama. I never heard of what Win was speaking about with the Kalani's Kenny. I just know that him and Nick, when I say him, I'm talking about Nick and the CEO, or his name at the time was the CEO of what was it, Calvin Klein?
Oh, he's the photographer.
The photographer, right? I know he's the photographer, but he was on on TikTok. He put his TikTok handle as CEO of Calvin Klein CEO. Yeah. So I just know that they are actually best friends and they've worked together for a long time, and so that's why I disagree with the narrative with Win.
Yeah. Oh.
And I think a lot of people can have different views. You know, that's called being human.
And all the views, it's like right based on your POV and your experience. There's not a like wrong way. Your perception isn't a wrong thing. Like, you know what I mean? And that's the nuance that we have to allow.
Charlie, I think dark skin wants to go down.
Thanks for coming up and accepting my invitation.
Yeah, thanks, dark skin.
Yeah, thank you so much, dark skin. And you know what? I really, again, people in the chat, we can all learn from dark skin to come on up and, you know, try to correct some of the things and then try to explain. But also dark skin is being what we all want in our dark skin women and in our black women and in our women in general, is to stand on the beliefs that they believe.
Yes.
And to feel like they can actually have a space to say that, right?
Right.
Because that's what Olandria is trying to teach us. And being with the partner that she's been chosen, that partner is supporting her to be able to stand on who she authentically is.
Yeah.
With dark skin, you keep being you.
Right.
Yeah. And we don't want to do the whole group think and mob mentality. Like, that's not what this is all about. We can all have deep critical thoughts and have them be accepted.
Correct.
For sure.
So
I always, yeah. You know, I always say, and it's really cheesy, and you might not get it at first, but there's enough room on right for everybody. I say that all the time, because how can I make you wrong for your lived experience that warrants your perception and point of view? Like, I can't do that. I wasn't with you. I didn't walk a mile in your shoes. I was busy in 5-inch platforms.
And Curves, and I think people in the chat, I think we're so like sent on high alert with some of the ops that I think sometimes we misunderstand who really is an op, who isn't. For people in the chat, please understand Win is not an op. Win is just a deep thinker. It's really
analyzes it a lot.
It's really that simple. And if you can learn to appreciate, I suspect my child is a neurodivergent, but he's never been tested. But he's a deep thinker. My child is a deep thinker, and I just try to learn to take what I can and then just leave the rest that I don't understand. I'm a Libra.
Take what you like and leave the rest.
I'm a Libra, so I know people are gonna get ticked off with me that it sounds like I'm sitting on the fence. I really am not. I can see a lot of just different points of view, and I
Yeah.
can take what I like and leave the
And
rest.
plus, you know, us being aunties, we have that capacity. We're not so linear and like blinders on, like, no, it's only this way. Like, after you live a little bit, you kind of like, well, no, you can go either way, but I kind of feel like a lot of us aunties do kind of allow just that little wiggle room where instead of like, it's not all my way all the time. You know what I mean? Like, we know, we already know.
No, wait, I have a question. So I'm 30. Can I kind of be an auntie? Can I
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of convinced 30 is where it starts because they told me I was a geriatric pregnancy at 34. And I was like, I just hit my prime, mother.
Yeah. See, I'm with you on that, larger curves. My first one was at 34, and I was like, listen, I'm in better shape than half these women in here yelling and screaming, so I don't want to hear about this geriatric.
Yeah, I'm like,
well, I'm happy y'all had your babies at 34. That gives me hope.
oh, totally.
Yeah, I had my last one at 38.
I had my last one at 44.
Oh my gosh, y'all are giving me life today. Because I've been, you know, when you turn 30, it's like, oh, you haven't had a kid yet. You know, it's over for you. So
no, it's not. Hey, listen, I had people telling me that it's over for me at 56, trying to think about even going out to date. I'm like, no.
Oh,
No.
Oh, please. They be getting it on in the retirement home.
Right?
You talking about it's not like, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Put me in the retirement home, people. No, I'm saying they're saying 56 is too old. They're doing it in the retirement home. And they're in 90.
Isn't that true, Devonda? That was so thoughtful of dark-skinned girl to come up and do that. And Win is fantastic. You know, it takes a lot of courage to do that.
Laugh, Haley. It's been tense.
Now, I don't know who this guy is. Is this Jay? Is this who the special guest was last night? I don't know. Who is him? I don't know.
think there really was a special guest because Rob was on FaceTime, wasn't he?
Yeah, I thought Rob was going to physically be there.
I thought so too.
Rob from Traders?
Actually. But who knows?
Rob from Traders, right? Look, now he's Rob from Traders.
Can we talk about how I like him now, like, a little bit more since he's been on Traders? Like, I kind of...
We just saw this one.
So when do we think those two are going to link up? Because it has been quite a little bit of time.
I think he's got that break during
Fashion Week.
So hopefully then.
So maybe then. I feel like Paris is going to be the next New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They need to be
we
in
can hope.
Paris together. That has to happen.
I feel like it's going to be
freaking
buzzy
hope.
like New York City.
Yes.
What do we all think, Chad? Do we think Paris is going to be the European New York City for nicolandria?
I think it should
What are
be.
your thoughts, Chad?
I'm part of the chat, and I think it should be. I don't know. What are they saying? They hope.
Yes, Chad.
We can hope and pray and wish.
I think Paris is going to be buzzy. I think they're going to get insane hotel room. I think it might be on the level of the penthouse.
Yes.
It's going to be buzzy. Buzzy. Yeah. Black girl mate. I'm not going to say anything.
I love going to Petty though. It's one of my faves, but it is right. It is a little crusty dusty someplace.
Yeah, I didn't quite make it up that far.
I wonder whose head this is. Who's?
We've been trying to figure it out, but like, he might be like a producer,
Director, casting.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of looked like the back of like Peyton Manning's head, but that's the reason I was like, wait, what?
No,
They said painted by Esther. Okay.
Oh no, he's still around.
Yes,
Oh, he was the director of Bridgerton? Oh, that could be excellent.
Oh.
How did you know this, Black Girl Makes? Share?
Black Girl Makes knows so much together.
Paris has a strange smell.
I heard that.
Yes, it does.
It does.
It doesn't smell like baguettes.
No, something worse.
Merde?
It's sometimes their sewer systems are a little bit janky. That's all I'll say.
OMG.
We have to understand it's an old city.
Yeah.
OMG. Paris.
Oh wow, some of those dresses were beautiful.
Shonda looked great. And all three of Shonda's daughters were present, and that's a rarity, they said, was for her daughters to be with her in public like that.
Shonda's hair looks so good.
That's pretty.
That's
very
Such a pretty dress.
But some people took the whole Bridgerton thing literally. That's pretty too. Simple.
No. That's nice.
chocolate.
That's nice.
Chocolate.
Beautiful. Why is it when they start showing all these pictures and then they show her, it's like, can't compare.
Oh,
That
right.
was the same even at the Golden Globes.
She's just on another level.
Nick's crazy.
He is.
He just be doing anything.
I know, right?
He is too much, you guys.
He is too much.
Well, you know,
That thing really did get on his nerves. Like, dang.
Yeah. Oh, of course it got on his nerves. You're telling him that his girlfriend's gonna
Hey,
break up with
JB.
him before Christmas?
Yeah, that would upset me too.
When they've been together from night one.
What does Charlie always say? Week 1.
Oh, let's go find the week 1 because I don't know. Look, let's look.
What did you say, Charlie?
Blood clot wood.
Wood. Okay, everybody on the thing. Everybody start putting in week blood clot 1 for Charlie because we love Charlie.
It's night 1.
Night 1. Charlie, I was with you. I was ticked when I saw that. I was like, what?
That's just wild.
I couldn't get over
the producers they don't like us, do they?
They do not.
Well, they not like us and they don't like us, girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still ticked off about the heart rate challenge that we're kind of.
I have been deprived.
Like, remember when we first met her? This is how we met her, you guys. You guys.
So pretty.
You guys.
It's like
That's cover girl.
admirable.
But you know what though? When I see her like this is giving cover girl. When I see her now, it's giving Harper's Bazaar.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the way her face has changed is crazy.
Here we go.
See? That's what pisses me off.
Week 1, you guys.
It's all touchy-feely. Like, dang. Miss, I'm not physical touch. Ew. Look, girl, why you lying?
Look at her hands. Look, they're holding on.
If she didn't tweet that was week 1, we would all be here thinking this was after they couple up. Right?
Exactly.
Maybe we just didn't see her that day wearing that swimsuit, or maybe she changed the swimsuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we would think that this was after they couple up, because there ain't no way. Anyways, it's night 1.
You can't tell me nothing, Charlie.
Said what he said, and she was swaying and giving him the look of love. It's night 1.
That's the look.
Right.
That's the look. The look of love. That's the look. That's the look. I love him. I love him. I can't get enough.
I mean, even the bottom one where your hand is.
This one or this one?
Yeah, that one. The one where they're both smiling down on the bottom. That one. He just looks so smitten.
Yes.
He looks smitten, and she's just kind of like, I'm kind of smitten too.
She's like, well, it's nice
They
here.
were both afraid to fall for each other. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. And here's the thing, when we had the whole Ace, the Speedy interview, they're just attracted to each other. Yeah, that's how it starts off. I mean, what does he expect them to do?
Right?
And falling in love in day 1?
He just is just. At the end of
We
the
know
day,
what's
why
up,
are we
Dana.
listening to a man who's never been in a relationship?
The 22-year-old.
Like, I don't care what he has to say about anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know why
That's
everybody
like me
listened to him.
That's like me yeah. It's ridiculous.
And this sums up how they even are right now. He's such a freaking goofball, and she's so refined. And he's just like, they're two halves of the same coin. It's beautiful.
Yes.
The yin to her yang.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they're both. I just love it when hot people get together. Like they. So
I do too.
I love it when the brands take a little bit of their story and meld it into theirs, like the one where they're doing the heart with the fingers, and then how Glamour teased us with that.
Yep.
before we even knew that these pictures were out, they teased us with that, and now that we see what we see, it's like it just the full circle. We always get a full circle moment.
Yes, and that brings back to the point. They have really good branding because they are authentic.
Right.
Look how closed his eyes are here. It's like he's in her skin almost. Like he's like, I bet he was inhaling deeply. It looks like he was like,
Yeah, he's trying to get real close.
yeah.
Not that you be close to her all the time. I know he's so happy.
I just realized, Miss Curves, and sorry, I don't think you guys were on any other lives that I was on the day that this was released. How I crashed out, and I went through each picture and described each picture and what was going on. Like the one where her hand is on his, like the one where her hand is on his crotch.
Oh, this
The bottom left. Yeah.
It's see,
That
I can't.
one.
They're in the way. I can't make them disappear. Let me see.
Swipe away that repost thing, and you'll see it.
I can wipe it away.
No, see that person who reposted? No, scroll.
So
yeah, right there. Swipe away. I think that's Come Here Cream. Swipe that away.
Swipe that away.
Swipe that away. Just no. Click on the person, the picture.
There we go. Now swipe it down. No, the circle.
Oh, you guys are so freaking smart. I'm like, how do you put these AC one cords in the back of the TV? Can you call
Miss Curves, go back to the picture. It's right there on Big Belgian.
Oh,
week
wow.
1. Week 1.
Yeah.
And she hugging up the other picture. She hugging up her man, like well comfortable and all this shit. Like anyway. Sorry, I'm getting frustrated again. This is ridiculous.
Oh, is that what we call it now, Charlie? Frustration.
Yeah, right. I'm getting pissed off.
You're talking about her hand in his nether regions, and now we're calling it frustration.
No,
those are the Belgian regions. I'm sorry.
I'm frustrated. Look how loved up she. Okay, we know that.
Milo died.
But she been into him from a long time.
Oh my God.
She know. All right, let me just show.
Listen, the whole thing is trials and tribulations.
I need to show.
Yeah, right. Everybody in that villa was a trial and tribulation to them, including the producers.
Oh, you know what? The lipstick. You can see the lipstick on him.
Yep, from kissing her.
I didn't peep that. Oh my God, they had to have been making out in there. I wonder if they did. I mean, I know they keep saying that.
She said, I'm not sorry to interrupt you. She said, I'm not a physical, it's a slow burn. Really? You meant with everyone else but Nick. That's what you meant. You forgot to say that, or they cut that part off. With everyone else but Nick.
Look at this embrace.
She's hugging up on that man.
And her leg is over. Look, and her leg is over.
Okay, I'm just hugging for hugging's sake. She's happy she's hugging up on him.
And look, her leg is over him.
How do you all think that they lied about Soul Ties being the first and only kiss that they did outside of a challenge? I feel like they lied.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Let me tell you why. It's not like they don't know that what we're seeing and what we're not seeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at her eyes closed. She's thinking like, oh my God, this kiss on my cheek feels so fucking good. Week 1, just a reminder. This is not after the couple. For those who have been under a rock the last 2 weeks, this was week 1.
So the same week that Taylor told Ace what he said, and the same week that Nick told Taylor, your girl's the baddest one in here, I really want to pull her, is the same week that this happened, you guys. But everything happens the way it's supposed to, because I honestly feel like had they gotten together sooner, that Labubu and the other one who loved voting people off with connections would have definitely got rid of them sooner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm so glad
I agree with that.
that we didn't know and that things worked out the way they did. Cher, I'm going to let you up. Darlene, hey, how's it going? Did you mean to do that, Cher? Sometimes people just press the thing. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Okay. First time up, first time talking in a life, so
Right on.
Hello.
Thanks for coming.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I just wanted to show the picture that Charlie is talking about where her hand is on his lap. Look where his hand is.
Now wait a minute.
Where?
Zoom all the way in.
That's as close as I can get it.
Or is that a hand going?
That's her shoulder. His hand.
That's her shoulder.
That's her
Okay.
shoulder.
I was looking. I'm like, please zoom that picture back in, because is that a hand going on her butt? Or
No, that's her hair.
His hand's on her shoulder.
That's her
His
hair.
hand's on her shoulder. I mean, if you want to put Photoshop a hand on her butt too, do that.
We can't all be that delusional.
I mean, it probably was right there before the picture got taken, and then he moved it up, because we know his hands be moving.
See YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
that's.
you said the hand on the crotch area, though, Charlie, I was like, oh my god.
We all screamed. I did not see that.
I did not see that.
I am screaming.
I gotta go back to my meeting.
Thanks, Chip, for coming up.
Thank you for coming up. Oh, that's so buzzy.
It is. I love them.
Again, they're just both so fine. Like, dang.
But that's the thing. I think people, you know, the weirdos that don't understand love and don't understand chemistry and that kind of thing. Like, when those two are together, I'm sure everybody feels like they're the third wheel.
Right.
And that's why they probably tried, the producers and all of them tried so hard to keep them apart.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have that kind of energy, people either love it or hate it. Like, I feel like Quan, Ethan, Alex, the lads love it. And then there are other people that just hate it. You know what I mean? So.
But I do think unless you're like paying attention, like if you're the friend that's in the vicinity of two people that have this kind of chemistry, unless you like do a double take and like look at them, you're gonna miss that the chemistry is very, very palpable. But you can see it on these two. That I just feel like if, like, say for instance they hadn't seen each other in like a week or so, and then all of a sudden you're there next to them when they first meet, I think I would like want to walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just energy's too powerful.
Because the energy would be just, and maybe it's just because I can pick up on people's energy, but I feel like whenever they're together, their energy together comes off my phone a lot, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of makes me feel like, I don't know, anxious or something. I don't know if that's the right word, but
it's continued to be that.
There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy between those two that kind of bounce back and forth.
Palpable. It's like you can feel it, you can taste it, you can smell it, and that's what it's been the entire time for my VanCarthens journey. Has only been because they make me feel something. It's literally I get the butterflies, I get the jitters, I get excited, I get happy, I get goosebumps, I get like all of these feelings, and I'm like, wow, I'm alive. This is love.
And now imagine how they feel about being around each other. That's just what we're getting off the screen. Like, that's wild.
Well, and you know what? I'm so glad you said that, Curves, because again, with the other fan base, you know, like, that's the issue that I had with Shelly. She just seemed like, when you look at her face, it just seemed like blank.
Right.
And you have to, in order to be a fan base that's this large, at some point you have to be able to not only resonate with that person, but to be able to feel the energy that they give off.
Right.
Yes.
And if it's positive energy, it's going to sail. If it's negative energy, that's a whole nother sail. You know what I mean? But I feel like they both individually give off an energy, but together it's like he said, fireworks, boom.
Yeah.
Their chemistry on YouTube, JB mentioned, Max said their energy in person is palpable. It's loud. He said it's crazy.
Oh, I know. Who said that?
Max. You know, maximum control.
Yeah.
Have to put the charger.
I'm just sorry for all the people who, over many years from now, they are telling their grandchildren that they were on the wrong side of history because they didn't like or hated on these two.
I'm
Right.
just sorry for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel sorry for people who who will never be able to either have this kind of situation in their life or be able to enjoy this kind of situation that may not be a part of their life, but just enjoy it. I feel sorry for people like that.
Right.
Me too, because at the end of the day, this reality TV show was about.
1 second, I want to clarify something. Miss Curves, when you said Max, were you talking about? Cause are you still broadcasting on YouTube right now?
Yeah, I'm in both places.
So, guys in the comments who's saying which Max, that's just someone that's watching Miss Curves.
No.
YouTube.
Max.
Sometimes Miss Curves
Max is
also
in
on YouTube.
They were
She's-
the person.
casting on YouTube as well. She's
I
live on YouTube as well,
simulcast.
while she's on TikTok.
Exactly,
She's
I
talking about someone
simulcast.
named Max in her comments.
No.
YouTube, live.
Okay.
Yeah. She's
Thank-
not talking about Max.
Not
though.
Max from Greek Fest.
No, I'm talking about Max from Greek Fest. So JB says Max from Greek Fest said that it's electric, it's
okay.
palpable, it's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he would know.
Well, the people are asking you, when did Max say that? That's the
Yeah.
question.
When do you know when that happened, JB? If you can put it in the chat, if you know. Yeah, people are saying they always get the flutters, it's electric. JB, if you know when they said that about, that would be great. But I know
Listen, I'm such a lover girl. I got flutters over his parents when he sneakily played their song, and all of a sudden the dad was just like looking for the wife to come down, and Miss Jennifer comes on down, and they do their little dance.
Oh.
That's so sweet.
How cute is that?
Oh. The audio
That's why
cut
he's
out.
so romantic, and that's why it was never gonna be that other girl, because I didn't see that romance with her. Sorry.
And JB said it was said at the Maryland Greek Fest. Sadie said they remember something like that being said
that
during the Ola Fest.
Yeah.
During the live. Yep.
Because he was going
Thank you.
through it right before that, and then because wasn't it something like somebody said, "Are you happy now?" on the line.
He was probably crashed out on everybody.
Oh, I'm sure he was a pain in the ass to be around. Just like I bet you he's probably gonna be a pain in the ass here in a few, Marcel in 5.
They need to make a plan or like do something where like, okay, we have to have a time period like of how long like we can stay away from each other, and then we have to see each other. Like if it's 2 weeks, if it's 1 week, like every 2 weeks we must see each other. Like they got to figure that out in their calendar.
Oh, I'm sure they
And
have.
you need that or they need that.
They said in Ola Fest, Maryland, he was missing her, and that's when she came there early. She came there early to see
I'm
him.
sure they probably have a
But I'm
rule.
also thinking of the perspective of
That is so
'cause
sweet.
I'm a big fan of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and
I
her
love
and
her.
Harry did that with their long distance relationship. They were like, okay, like they brought their calendars together and they said, okay, how long can we stay from each other until it like affects our relationship or we miss each other too much? And they said, okay, like a month. Like we cannot go longer than a month from seeing from seeing each other. So then they plan like who's traveling. Is he gonna travel to her or is she gonna travel to him? Like so that's my perspective.
Well, in the successful ones too, like look at Serena and Cordell, they do the same thing.
They sure do.
Which is why it was pissing me off that the rumors of they're gonna break up and he just doesn't look happy on that last one. I'm like, come on, leave him alone.
It's just everybody always overanalyzes.
It's like they can't do anything with nicolandria, so let's just move on over and bother Serena and Cordell. It's like,
Yeah. Like they're just trying to spread the hate.
I loved Cordell's comment.
I do too.
That was really good.
He's starting to clap back more. Have you noticed
they
that?
all should. That's getting ridiculous.
But I don't remember him clapping back as much as he used. You know what I mean? I feel like he's clapping back more. Anybody else sensing that, or am I just smoking?
No, I'm sensing it because he's usually like just chill and takes it in strides and it's whatever. But I'm glad he's standing up for himself.
Yeah, they share their calendar for sure. They share their calendar.
Well, Well, Nick was trying to ask for it on that live when he was doing Sweet Green, remember? He was asking for a calendar. He was asking for a lot of other things that we weren't sure he was asking for, but he was certainly asking for
his eyes were asking for a lot of things. Yes. And being colorblind was asking for a lot of things.
You remember that live?
Yeah.
What did he say about
That's my favorite live.
That's mine too, girl. So he was like, don't ask me about the color or nothing.
When we were when they forgot that we were there watching them, they both forgot.
Yep, a couple times.
And no, we don't know about Lububu's interview. I guess it's been pushed back until further notice. Are we even sure he even had one, or is he lying?
You guys,
He's such a freaking liar. He might have lied.
Is about as real as Sierra's figment of imagination that her and Nick were actually a relationship.
Jeez.
Yeah, they really try it. Okay.
Miss Curves will be showing it once it's ready. We know this.
Yes, definitely.
Did they even say who's his interview with? Has anybody piped that out? Or did he just get the camera boy down the street?
Right.
He didn't even, when he mentioned.
Oh, they say it's coming out on YouTube. He posted.
Yeah, let's get to 100K likes real quick, you guys. Okay. That would be fantastic. I love it.
Now?
He's had a YouTube channel.
He does? What's it called?
I don't know, but I know he has one. I don't subscribe or anything.
I'm sorry, but
at this point, the only way old boy could rebrand.
In the battle of being a classically trained dancer, him calling himself a dancer really irritates the shit out of me.
Me too, because I've been dancing my whole life.
Yeah. That shit is hard.
What shoes do you have?
National championship winner. Like, don't play with me.
Yes.
Like, he cannot dance.
Do you have your tap shoes, your ballet shoes, your jazz shoes?
And it's not even a brick and mortar. Like,
yeah,
I'm talking getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to dance with a dance company. It just grates on my nerves.
Yes. Like the
I want to
scars
know
that I have on my feet.
who are you two to be telling this man that what he has and thinks he has is not a dance company? If the man feel like that's what it is, that's how he want to feel. If he want to identify as a dancer and he have a company virtually, leave the man alone. Leave the man alone.
Okay, so then we could say if 404 wants to say that her and Nick had a relationship, then that's a relationship. No, I ain't playing that.
If she felt that way at the moment,
Charlie,
can't stop how she felt.
Charlie, he ain't a dancer. I don't care.
No,
if she felt that way at the moment, I cannot stop how she felt.
Help us out.
That kind of sounds like how models.
In feeling that way is a different thing.
You know how sometimes supermodels, you know how supermodels, they aren't listening. That's why I just let them cook, you guys. You know, it's kind of like when supermodels get mad at Instagram models and they're like, you know, that wasn't how they got to be models. Like, and now how people can put their picture up. And I've heard like the Janice Dixons of the world, you know, have said things about the way people become models these days and how it's not on par and therefore not equatable. And I kind of feel like Charlie. I'm kind of like, you know, hey, if I can be a purple hat on a Tuesday and say that hey, why not let him say he has a dance company and he is doing a form of dancing. Now it's not professional. And I don't think, does he say professional dance company on his thing? Because that would be like, you get paid, therefore profession. I could see that. I mean, I can get sentiments with it, you know, but I'm all for saying that I'm the CEO of whatever, you know, like speak it into existence and maybe he'll get some training if enough dancers are like, hey, bruv, you know, you might want to work on that. Or if he feels the need to improve.
I used to dance as well. On stage, all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start a dance company. My little son looks like he has rhythm. And I'm going to teach him to dance. And I'm going to say I have a dance company. Because I'm using my talents to teach someone else.
Yeah.
What should I call it?
Right?
I say, I don't know.
No, don't tell me. I'll come up with my own name because
Day one blood clot.
I don't want any of you to try to say, help me,
blood clot.
that you help me.
Right? She doesn't want you guys trying to come back and take no damn credit. But no, I'm all for it.
Blood clot.
You know, when you're delusional in a negative way, I feel like that, you know, you might need to get some meds recalibrated. But who am I to call it either? But when you're delusional in a positive way, like a maximum God vision way, like people are like, you're fucking crazy way, in a positive, like just because the dream is so magnificently big, what better way to become a dancer than to say that you're a fucking dancer?
Uh-huh.
He's a dancer. He was dancing in the Burger King commercial.
Yeah,
Oh.
and on the red carpet at the
Is he
VMAs.
doing that one move where he's got the...
He has
arms up,
3
like,
moves.
flexing and then...
Nick can dance, and Nick can do that same signature dance move that he does where he's swinging his waist like that.
Yeah, yeah.
He taught Nick, so yeah, he has a dance move. And Nick does it the same way too. If Nick does it well, that means he's good. Because if he got Nick to lock down a dance move, that means he's good.
And he must have told Nick he was good too.
Yeah, I know. He taught them how to do the cha-cha-cha.
Look, and Nick thinks he's so good from learning how to dance from Ace that he wants to go on Dancing with the Stars, y'all.
I don't think he could handle being on Dancing with the Stars because...
That's a hard show.
That's a hard show. And you know them daughters of...
I say go for it. If they can take those football players with 3 left feet and make them dance, then they can do something with Nick.
I think he'd be good on it. It's just a hard show to be on.
I think he would actually fare better because he's not black, but you know.
Yeah, and he's got a good personality.
He's got a good personality.
And he's good looking.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
look.
the votes.
Back to Nick and Olandria's feelings.
The little old white ladies will be doing the whole James Dean curly hair thing, so I think they'll do fine.
The glamour photographer even said, Anna over on TikTok mentioned that the glamour photographer has also said that Nick and Ola's feelings for each other is palpable. Yep.
Everybody just confirms what we already know when they, you know? It's just comforting to be on the right side.
Of history. Yes. Look, I'm so tempted to press this. You guys can't see what I was going to press. But, okay, here, I'm going to put you guys.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna, you saw it? You know what I'm doing? Okay, no, I won't do it. You guys will go crazy.
Wait, what does that say? I am a dominant... What? What are we watching?
Oh, wait. Jill Scott is a dominant submissive? This is Empress Radio is doing an interview.
That look. That's yeah. Look, did you see the look on her face?
Come on. It's gotta be fair, firm, and consistent.
That's what you need from your man.
That's what I need. Walk
if your
on
man is fair,
Mm-hmm.
firm,
Yes.
consistent,
Yes.
you will submit.
Yep. I said I am a dominant submissive, so I appreciate the time when I actually can submit.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've learned with grace and age that I cannot submit until I can see that I can submit. It can't just be words. It can't be an action. It has
Is this
to
a
be,
real thing? Like
yeah.
in relationship? Like this is how you guide your relationship?
It has to be fair, firm, and consistent.
Does that mean
Look at that
to
one.
anything? To whatever?
No. I'm still here.
You're still here.
I'm still here.
You're
And
not disappear.
and I'm here to help. A partnership.
But you trust to...
Yes. I want to be able to close my eyes while you drive. You know, I want to be able to sleep while you maneuver. You know, I want to be at peace. That's important to me. You know, all this whole life has been about me finding and maintaining a certain level of peace. So I need to know that you are who you say you are, even when nobody's looking. You know, I need that, and that takes time.
What is submissive, Jill?
Wow.
What does that mean?
That's interesting. I almost feel like she's kind of saying that she wants to have somebody to be in her soft girl era with.
Yes, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's looking for a Nick to her Ola.
Exactly. Translation.
And everybody I know people think submissive this, submissive that. Like, why can't people just say, I want to feel comfortable and safe?
Right.
That doesn't always have to translate into submissive. I just want to feel comfortable and safe with my partner.
Because these red pill idiots are coming from the premise of humiliation and not something more healthy.
These women are pink pill.
Yeah, so they're promoting this whole stuff. I'm like, will you please pick up a damn Bible and read?
Yeah, the Bible specifically.
Yes, Charlie, I meant to come up. Y'all never been in a car with someone and anybody, it could even be like a sister or brother, and they're driving and you're going a far distance. I'm in Texas, so everything's far distance. So they're going a far distance and you can't even close your eyes. Like, you're super tired. You can't even close your eyes because you don't trust them to drive.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
It's a real thing.
But I agree with her. I'm a submissive. I'm a dominant submissive, or a submissive dominant. Where I can be submissive, but you have to be someone that I can be submissive to.
I think most women are. I think women that are super, super dominant, I think they're that way because they've been forced to be that way. Because women naturally have like a nurturer, kind of a little bit of a follow, lead, kind of back and forth kind of thing, more so than men. So I think as women societally, we've been forced to be in that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. And so that's, I mean, I'm not trying to put it back on Ola, but I think that in the beginning, that was her space, was where she was kind of forced to be dominant. When she was speaking in that, what was the interview? I don't think it was with Miley Cyrus's mom. It was with
I know it, the Access Hollywood one.
Yeah, maybe. I think that was it. She was saying that, no, it's the one with it's the college one with the
Tuskegee,
with
the butterfly tour.
Yes. And she was saying that maybe initially her dating experience, that's why it didn't get so far, was because she was so guarded. Because especially as Black women, we do come off in the beginning as being more dominant because these men ain't, they're
some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
it's part of our defense mechanism to not be submissive initially. It's a defense mechanism that protects us because, like Jill just eloquently put it, you can't sleep with everybody.
Yeah.
At the will.
But I mean, that's in life in general. You don't just walk into a room with anyone, and just automatically trust them. You have a little bit. I mean, I know that they said that's healthy. You give enough trust to someone, and then Alexa.
Go off, sis. It was the Go Off. It was the Go Off, sis podcast.
To Alexa, correct me.
You give enough trust to someone. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Yes, I did apologize. You give enough trust to someone, and then when you walk into a room, and then you slowly, when they start showing their true selves to you, then you slowly start, taking it back. So I don't think that anybody just walks in and just automatically is submissive to anyone, because submissive can be in anything. It doesn't just have to be in a relationship.
And it's so interesting too, because if you look at how Alandria and Nick were on that press tour, and that one picture that we always see where her eyes are closed, and we start seeing her do that more and more and more, it's just like you can kind of see how her walls are just kind of being dropped right in front of our eyes.
Yep.
Let me tell you see that interview we were watching, how Nick's head was on a swivel. He saw the first person running, and he saw the others coming and running as well. The interviewer didn't even realize. So he's like that whenever he's around. Well, it looks like he's like that all the time, but he's hyper like that whenever he's around Orlando.
Black one. Well, yeah.
He's a leader for her. And as much as you know, he acts goofy and everything, that man know when to be a man.
Agreed. And I love that. I really do. I love that he has so much nuance and different sides of him. Where I hate a nonchalant man. Oh my God. And I love that he is able to just like be himself freely. He can be a goofball, but when it comes down to his woman, he knows that, you know, that he's a man, and he shows it.
Here's what I would have loved to have seen. I would have loved to have seen, you know, because he had his hands in his pocket the whole entire time that she was interviewing him. And when those people were running up, I would have loved to have seen him, like, reach out, grab her, and kind of pull in so that she didn't get hit. Because I would have loved to have seen the chats, and I bet you they wouldn't have said a dang thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? Because she's a black woman. Now, if it was a blonde woman, they would have said, oh, look, he touched her.
But Gigi, are you the type of passenger princess that complains while you're on the passenger side? Or you try to tell everybody how to drive?
Listen, I gotta tell my husband how to drive. Because sometimes he's not paying attention.
What?
So because I'm naturally like this, but I don't wanna be right. But when you spend enough time with a person, you get to know them, yeah? I know him. So I know that I need to keep my eyes open. I don't know how he survives on his own actually he doesn't really. When he's driving on his own, and granted, he's been a driver longer than I have been, right? But I gotta pay attention to the road, because you know how many times they almost hit a car in front of us and he did it because of me?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so I'm not that type of passenger princess. I'll sit there and just hold my breath. I'll hold the, whatever that thing is up top, I'll hold it and just hold my breath. Like, drive however you want, as long as
the ocean handle?
Yes.
No. That's what I call it.
I'm not driving it. You could drive us over the cliff. I'm not going to say nothing.
See, I'm only that way with my kids, because this last one, the driving is
out. Over the cliff, I'm not saying anything. I will turn that fucking steering wheel. No. Why you
I'm with it. Turn it.
Why you just gonna sit there and just analyze?
That's right.
You could have opened your mouth. Are you have?
That's funny. Keep liking the lives, people. Get to 100K.
Almost there.
Get to 100K. So you won't drive, but you're going to say something about driving.
I drive too, but if we're all going to the same place, you know, I'm sitting in the passenger seat. But
Hey, Gigi.
Like he will turn around and like say something to our kid, and I'm like, there's a car. But we have the main car that we drive is our Tesla. It alerts you, but I can't trust that technology will fuck up once, so I'm alerting too. You know? Mm-hmm. And then he acts like, oh, but this is the thing. No man, I saw what was happening. No, you fucking didn't. We were gonna crash. We were going to crash if I didn't say something. But yeah, him always trying to play it off like.
Dang, it won't even give you credit for saving your life.
Listen, they are so tired of my mouth because when I'm driving, I have road rage. I know this. I'm working on it. Okay.
Gigi's like, I'm working on it.
I got road rage.
Look how she has to whisper.
Well, because I'm in the office.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So who do we think drives more with Olandra and Nick?
So hold on, really quick.
Okay.
I'm just answering Grace's question. They don't want to hear my mouth so bad that I have a setup in the car. Like I have a pillow. They have a docking station for my Kindle. They have my head. I have an extra set of Beats over the ears headphones and a sleep mask. Especially like if we're doing anything more than like 40 miles of driving, because they don't want to hear my mouth. Because I will direct every single way. Like you can call me Maestro. I am that bad.
Oh my gosh.
And they had to self-soothe you, huh?
They do. They keep me occupied like a child. Like I got puzzles.
You got your own little snack bag.
Rage pillows are.
You an iPad kid now.
Rage pillows are a thing. Do you also game, Gigi? Gigi, you game too, right?
Oh, Gigi.
Gigi, you're a gamer too, right? Gigi.
It's bad. I know, it's bad. It's the Virgo in me. I'm a triple Virgo. It's bad.
Rage pillows are great for
There we
gamers.
go. Look at us all. Look, we all understand.
That explains everything, ma'am.
They be so sick of me. They be so sick.
Gigi, you just gave us everything.
Wait a second.
You should have started with that.
Gigi, you're a triple Virgo. So how do you live your life? Because you're either perfectionist, or spiral. Yes, you can't have it either.
I live my life 3 therapy sessions a week at a time. And I take my meds regularly. Because an unregulated Gigi is a horrible thing for the world.
Yeah.
Gigi, real quick.
I have 2 Virgo boys, Gigi, and as a Libra, I am exhausted.
Gigi, what sign is your husband? I have a theory that Virgos marry Virgos.
My husband's a Taurus.
Oh.
My husband's a Taurus, my son's a Pisces, my daughter's a Libra.
Oh.
And my son is a triple Pisces. My son has triple placements.
So how does your daughter do with all this?
My son has triple placements in Pisces, Sagittarius, and Scorpio.
How does your daughter deal with things?
Crash and burn. She's 16. She's 16 with social media. She goes scorched earth on everything.
Does she crash and burn over you all or crash and burn just in general?
No, she's super protective of her brother. They have a very super protective relationship. Like, very much, like, we'll beat each other up, we'll talk about each other, but nobody else is invited to that cookout. But that's her best friend. Like, ever since she was little, she doesn't like thunderstorms. She goes sleep in his room.
Oh, that's so cute.
Places. He carries her everywhere, so they're very much attached at the hip for the most part. But she and I, it's like oil and water.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. Yeah.
She's my Velcro kid, don't get me wrong. She stalks me all day long. However.
Yeah, my kids stalk me, but they secretly hate me.
She just texted me that she wanted Chick-fil-A money, and I told her she has a father, so she told me she's feeling matricidal.
I have an Aries, so I'm lucky.
I'm sorry, dark skin.
No, I said I have an Aries. You hear that? An Aries. So I'm lucky.
So, but the Aries don't piss the Aries off.
Yes, I know. But she came out the womb wanting a business, getting her own money.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good for her. Yes, Aries are about their money.
Well, my oldest Virgo, the college Virgo, is a double major D1 athlete, and he is doing real estate on the side. I'm like, could you chill it down just a little?
No, I won't. Is that your Pisces? That's the double major?
No, I have 2 Virgo boys. They're 3 days apart.
Virgo.
They're almost 3 years, but 3 days apart as far as Virgo.
Oh, yes. Of course your Virgo is the double major. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know about Gigi, because a Virgo. Oh, I have another question, Gigi, because you said your husband's a Taurus. Okay. This might be just a thing that I've noticed. And I like zodiac signs and stuff, but Tauruses are 2 different people inside and outside, is what I've seen. So when they're outside, they love to put on a, what I would say an ace persona, or Alan, whatever you call him here.
Absolutely.
Where how they are viewed is very important to them. And when they're inside, they can be a menace.
I feel like the only way to explain them would be that they are the diet version of a Leo.
Oh, that is perfect.
I'm a Gemini. Leos are great.
Because I am dating a Taurus. So no.
They were diet Leos.
No.
You don't think they're a diet Leo, Win?
No, of course I'm not. I'm a Leo myself.
But you don't think your partner is a diet version of you?
No, he's actually very different. I would say Tauruses have a Sagittarius external persona for society, but behind closed doors, they're like Cancers.
So, Diet Leo.
No, not Diet Leo.
Hey, my husband is a Cancer. No, nothing like a Leo.
Nothing like a Leo.
No, if you pair it with a Sagittarius, you get a Diet Leo, i.e. a Taurus.
The only thing that I can say a Leo and a Cancer have in common is that they think they're always right.
No, we don't.
When?
No, we don't. Cause hear me out. Okay, so let me explain myself. Not all Leos, because I grew up in, my mother's a Capricorn, my dad's an Aquarius. I have an older brother who's a Pisces. I'm the second oldest of 8. But I'm the Leo. My little sister, who, well, let me do it chronologically. My younger brother is an Aquarius. He matches with my dad perfectly. I have him blocked. Let me preface that. I have him blocked, okay? My little sister is a Leo. I have a March Pisces. I have a May Gemini. A Sagittarius in Sagittarius in December. And I have a Scorpio November. And the Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Leo siblings are all women, mind you. Everyone else are men. I'm the only Leo among these kids. And my dad has... My dad has his first 3 with my mother, who's a Capricorn, which is the Leo, which is the Pisces, Leo, Aquarius. And the rest is with his wife, which is my stepmom. But my Leo little sister is from my mom. So, there's, a chaotic household where no one has any voice.
A Leo always trying to be a step apart, always trying to be a world apart. You see, you see how they separate themselves, talking about,
Gigi, we're not doing that. I said that in this household, we have no voice. We don't have a voice. It's either our parents' voices or my Aquarius younger brother who I have blocked because he is the narcissistic manipulator.
Here's the thing. I wish with Virgos they wouldn't be so black and white. Like, a little bit of gray never hurt anybody.
It's training. I have to say,
I blame Earth sign.
I used to be like that. I used to be very much thinking in zero sums and just in absolutes all the time. It takes a lot of training, unpacking, and deconstruction.
Also,
it really does. And breaking those habits of I'm right and you're wrong.
Libras can see so many different sides that everybody seems to think that we're wishy-washy and we don't ever take a stand, which is not true. But Virgos, oh my God, my Virgos, I'm like, you guys, it's not so black and white.
No, I just need my hair for...
totally admit that we can be like that, yeah.
I just need my hair for...
No, my daughter is wishy-washy, but my daughter's Libra is wishy-washy, but that's just because she's 16.
I think that the Libra and the Gemini are kind of similar because very much Geminis are up and down, wishy-washy as well.
Yeah, they're both air signs.
Yeah, we're all in our heads all the time.
Libras.
Decision making is a torture. If you want to torture a Gemini, tell them to make a decision.
That's a Leo.
Yeah, you're right. Mindful. Libras pick a side if it is important enough. So if you're not picking a side, that means it's really not that deep.
Yeah. But yeah, I attribute
I think it's that air sign, y'all.
16-year-old art school kid.
Yeah, no, Libra, I just want world peace. Like, I don't like a lot of discourse.
No, you're the total opposite then. You're the opposite then. You're plotting world domination.
Is it safe to
At the
say...
age of 3, she told everybody at her school that she wanted to be a mad scientist and take over. Like, that was
And you didn't give her the moon and stars? Hello?
Wow.
absolutely not. What do I look like?
You're supposed to give her the moon and stars. Hello?
That's why she will tell you she has no daddy issues. She can ask him.
Hey, do not expose me, okay, please.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, maybe any kid that says they want to rule the world, we should give them a Ren and Stimpy starter kit.
What? What's wrong with that?
I think the only one that I struggle with would be like an ace who is a triple Leo.
Leo stellium.
Like that, I think that would drive everybody freaking batty. Clearly, it had all that.
So no wonder me and Kelly are besties. We're both Leo.
I don't know, because I could see how
JB, thanks for
Alan
coming
and
through.
Ola were like friends in the villa because, like I said,
Congratulations.
Leos,
New
Geminis
position.
normally are like very much close friends. Like we are compatible. Even though Leos will tell you behind our backs, like, "Oh, I hate a Gemini. I hate a Gemini." They love us.
Exactly.
They love us down.
Right,
I'll do the
JB?
same thing with a Gemini.
Gemini doesn't say it.
Thanks for coming, Gigi.
Oh no, you're totally fine, Gigi. I'm about to head to this, but I just came up because we were having a zodiac conversation. I did my hair for class. Very much aggravated with how it turned out. I also wanted to know. I know we moved away from it, but I do want to say I was listening to respond when it came to me being defensive. It was on me. I'm sorry. But at the same time, I wasn't trying to be messy. I was trying to like get my thought process out. I was coming from the basis of, yeah, he did work with them prior, but moving forward, he's more so looking to settle down with familial, like embraces with Ola and Alandria. Because I remember he said he didn't want to do modeling anymore. So when it came to Alandria wanting to model, he didn't want to stop modeling at her expense because he wanted to open up, gateways for her. And yeah, Kalani Keys had them together, but like where I was coming from was after they had the little together photo shoots they had, then it was photos with Nick and his ex that was posted as well, which was like distasteful, because if it's going to be for the future of Ola, you want to sit up here and kind of like drive a wedge between like issues that even the fandom and the general public had a problem with. So I was talking about the standpoint of Nick wanting to expand his reaches into him and Ola's pockets, him and Ola's stability, financial stability, to where he feel like she can have that kind of backpedal into that kind of embrace to where she wants to sit up here and have that final say, that closure, right? Because if I'm sitting up here and and like I said earlier, if he did do a collab with Kalani Keys, with Ola, or just by himself, then again, that's his prerogative. But when it comes to him sitting up here and moving to like great lengths to show that he's for him and Ola, I'm not going to be too pressed that he's sitting up here detaching from where he, had collaborations with people for long term, had collaborations with people that was focused on his individualism. Because right now, how he's moving not individualistically, but as a unit with Alandria. Even though he's out here doing DJing, doing sets by himself, he's also keeping Ola in mind, and Ola as well with Nick. There's opportunities that you'll see them out and about by themselves, but at the end of the day, they come back as a unit. So when I was like, oh, he's just, not mentioning names, it's not to be like shitty or whatnot. It's because, yeah, he did do collabs with them. Alandria did as well, but moving forward, they're just going to prioritize settling down, sit up here, and create spaces where they themselves can feel love being poured into both of them, not just one or the other, because at the end of the day, as Nicolandrians, we're here for both. Ola dolls for Alandria, meatballs for Nick. I get it. I love y'all down. I do. I was frustrated because I was trying to say that, but, I get overstimulated easily, and that's on me. But that's where I was initially coming from.
Well, I respect and admire that you were able to, check in, be self-aware, and come back and make that statement. And so you and Dark Skin Lover Girl are equal. You know what I'm saying? You both took accountability in your parts and everything. And that's how I feel we all need to move in 2026. See how simple that was? No harm, no foul.
Simple and easy.
Yup.
And look out for each other too. I mean, it's hard in these nicolandrian streets.
You right about that.
For our lives.
Ooh, the rugged streets.
I'm telling you.
The rugged streets. Yeah, I appreciate that.
And also, when I just want to say about, you know, Kalani and Agua and all that type of stuff, when he didn't mention them, I also kind of think that, can they afford them still?
That's funny.
Remember, he's trying to, well, he was, I don't know, he stopped that campaign to get them to go to Africa. But now that I was able to hear Win out, I'm sorry, Win, for calling you messy.
Thank you. It's like, I know I don't, like, I know I'm known for being messy when it comes to, like, defending Nicolandria. I get it, because I hate TNT and huda shoulda with a Honda, but at the end of the day, when it came to Nicolandria, I'm always serious about it, because, you know, if I'm going to be called a swirler, I might as well support my swirling advocates. I'm sorry.
Yes.
But
swirl.
Exactly, but a lot of like my frustration came from the consistent like misunderstandings, the misconceptualizations of where I was coming from, and maybe had I like given people the room to like, you know, kind of expound on where they were coming from, maybe I wouldn't have like assumed as much as like, you know, people not, you know, listening to understand, but I was feeling like a lot of people weren't listening to understand where I was coming from.
Right.
And it was more so as a gotcha moment when Charlie was trying to get clarification of where I was coming from. People was trying to have think pieces and trying to insert or fabricate where I was mentally coming
There
from.
were some ruckus Myers in the thing. We literally had to block like 4 or 5 people.
And for me, I'm just like, I would rather say how I feel, and like honestly, like if people understand where my intentions was coming from, I get it. But for the people who don't understand where my intentions were or where they laid, and they were like consistent and trying to make it known, I was getting frustrated because I'm like, you know, a lot of people like know exactly or have seen me in spaces and heard how I speak about Nicolandria, and I'm not gonna hold you to toot my own horn as a Leo. I pride myself in researching before I say something. If my research has been false or fabricated, then I'll be like, yeah, I can admit that. I apologize. Maybe my source was wrong. But in the moment, with what I've had, I speak methodically and calculating. Like I sit up here and allow room for thinking, kind of like Noelle. I love Noelle down.
Oh yeah, where has she been?
That's why in any space I'll give her big props, especially with Gigi as well, because I'm sitting up here, I'm looking at it as, yes, I love Nicolandria, yes, I want better for them, but at the same time, I'm looking beyond the scope of what they're doing right now. I'm looking towards the future, things they could do. You know, be that full delusion. I'm sorry, but like I'm owning that delusional ticket.
Right. Thanks for the 100K, you guys.
You're not delusional. You're just a critical thinker and analyzing with the information that you have. And you're looking at you looked at a past situation and you equated it to now because of the information you had. You know?
Well, just like Nick is learning how to hold water, we're all learning how to navigate through this fandom as well.
Don't worry when I got jumped on a live in the comments for saying, because they were all upset about Priyanka saying, oh, Alandria is so brave, and everybody was like, oh, why did she have to say brave? What's the context of that? You know, and I was just like, well, irregardless of the context or not, I just said, at the end of the day, she's walking in front of Priyanka and her man Nick Jonas, and she just got off an island. She just may be an islander now, but you know she's the next big thing, and she's gonna steal these people's jobs. So that's why they're a little bit shaken up. They're like, "Oh, what do you mean? She's just an islander. She's done this." I was like, "Oh my God, she is. She just like." I'm just saying, she was on a reality TV show that this woman watched, and now she's walking a big red carpet right next to her. That's gonna sting a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I think too the important piece is unlike some of the other fandoms, how quickly they like reacted to things and responded to things. I think what we learned from the whole F1 gate is that kind of taking a step back and kind of seeing things play out. And we just, as Nicolandrian fans, need to remind other Nicolandrian fans to kind of do the same thing. It's just to pause and then kind of gather the information and then wait and see and then respond.
And then respond.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I got jumped. Like, how dare you just say she's an islander? She's a cop. I was like, can we please relax?
And that's
she's just an islander now.
Right.
But now look at her. And now see where she's at. Of course,
she literally started on an island, you guys. Don't get
And
mad.
I think the thing that you guys need to, and I'll say this for everybody here on the panel, and Charlie knows what I'm about ready to say when I start talking. There are a lot of like malicious people that are sliding into DMs and lives, and they're just basically just baiters and they're just pot stirrers, and it's really ramping up because we've managed to debunk all the BS that we've managed to debunk, and now they don't really have anything to stand on. And I feel like it really started to ramp up when Shelley and Ace kind of decided, and it was for sure a thing that they are no longer together because they just don't really have anything to like hold on to. So when you've hated somebody for so long and you don't have that love there to hang on, you flip the switch and you hang on to the hate. And that's just really what they're doing. So some of these people that are like saying this stuff off of you, they may be those little trolls that are hiding in here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I will say,
Charlie, yes, you are a mind reader, girl.
I will say that I've grown a lot within myself within this fandom because I remember I just recently came across, I was in like enemy territory. I was watching a video that led me to a video that led me to a video. I don't know if you guys, do that on TikTok. And so I was in a territory
where... you fell down the territorial pipeline, I'm sorry.
Right. So when I got to a final video, I'm seeing it was the green dress, the emerald dress. So I'm seeing people in it was a video about all the Love Island couples that are still together. And in the comments, it was just a whole bunch of comments saying, oh yes, Nick and Ola are PR. And mind you, 3 months ago, I would have been in that ass. I would have been in there cussing people out, telling people to, just go and I would have went screenshot profile pictures and all that stuff. That's what I would be doing. And so I'm looking at it now and I'm just like, oh wow, I really just don't care. Like I don't have it in me, or not even have it. I don't feel like I need to go on explaining to these people that they're real.
If that's what they want. And that's what they want. They want us to go on explanation island.
And we're not doing it.
And we're not doing. We have gotten on the yacht and we're sailing. We are sailing. We are walking. We are running. We are sailing. And they're still stuck on explanation island. Let them.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Exactly. Get you some.
I just don't care to. I don't care to have that explanation anymore. Even on Threads, I've seen now lately. I don't know if there's a new update on Threads that I'm getting like different feeds of different islanders. I never used to have that. It always just used to be like when I opened my Threads, it was completely Nick and Landria. Like that's where I went to go, like turn off the noise if I didn't want to hear anything or see anything. But I don't know. I've been getting lots of Love Island stuff, but I just don't need to explain it anymore. I don't know if you guys know Tina, but what Tina said is true. Like, if you guys don't believe it, you just never will, and I just don't believe it.
Right.
And that's what's pissing them off because they're losing relevance. That's all they want is they want relevance.
Hey, Nicolandria, what's good?
Telling the people that don't read, yes, that's true. They don't read. But there was a conversation in here before where someone had said that that they were exhausted about having to choose. I'm still on the fence of Shelly. I ran into her live recently, and I just don't know, y'all. I see her live, and I just feel like she's sad.
Yeah.
That's just
I got that feeling too. But I'm not falling for it.
yeah. Yes. She just
I saw that live too.
She looks like and maybe it's because like I've had a depressed episode. Like you can just see in someone's eyes when they're just not happy.
Right.
And I'm not putting it on Ola, I'm not putting it on her fan base. I just feel like something in her life, like you ever wake up sometimes and you're like, this is not where I'm supposed to be. I just think that she's just at a point where she's just like, I've made choices, or let me not say that. Just
no, you're right. You're right.
Where she's not supposed to be where she's at, and I think she's just not figuring it out. Because most of the Islanders recently, like I said, I've been getting news about them, have changed their teams, including Civic, including Honda. They're all changing their teams. And so I think that she's just kind of sad, and I feel bad for her because I genuinely was one of the people that were voting for her and Little Man. And I was voting for both of them because I love Ola and Nick, and because I knew that Ola genuinely loved her, so I was voting for them, and I genuinely wanted her to win. I think she's a beautiful girl, and I always love, it's in my name, I love Black women, I love dark-skinned women, and I did want both of them to win. I thought that was what was going to happen. So just seeing her sad made me feel kind of like petty, like, it just, I don't know, it made me feel bad for her.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's about.
Let me say something. Hi, Mikey. It's been a long time.
I've been busy.
Okay.
Right on.
Anyways, I think it's been a lot because, first of all, because of that creature, she's been getting a lot of hate. And on top of that, she just broke up with supposedly the love of her life. And not only that, because of her love of the life bullshit, she lost her best friend, her soul sister. So it's kind of, and she has been losing many brand deals because of him. So it's gonna crush her in some capacity.
Yeah, I think it's a plethora of multiple things, but I also think that she also is upset because she thinks that she should be in Ola's spot, and that should be her.
Yeah, but wait.
I don't know if that's what her sadness is from, though.
No.
I feel like her sadness is like she's just left with her own thoughts and her own decisions, kind of, damn. You know, she has that nice new apartment. She's making dinner on live by herself. And so now she's having time by herself.
She fucked up.
Right, exactly. So maybe it's sadness, maybe it's regret.
Relationship, like I said, in her face, I watched that cooking live. In her face, it's not just about the relationship. It's just like an overall thing. Like she genuinely, like Wynn said, she just looks sad. Like she's been like she's burnt out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all burnt out. We're all burnt out. We're all burnt out.
We also have to
those two.
One thing I have to say is she was on, because I saw a comment, she was on board on everything, because for him to do that, they always gonna have like pillow talks and stuff like that. So she obviously knows everything he's gonna do before he does it.
Can I just want to say something really quick. I just
same thing at the same time.
Yeah, and so I just really want to say this. I come on some of these lives, and there's always that one person that wants to feel bad for Shelly, and I'm not knocking you on your feeling. You feel bad for who you want to feel bad for, but personally, I get really tired of being sold on trying to feel sorry for a person for the simple fact that she's a black woman, because at the end of the day, nobody gave two shits that two men
made another black woman feel embarrassed of their own admission on a podcast.
Thank you.
We were all told. So I do not have one more iota of a tear to care about her being sad. Is it sad that she's sad? Absolutely. As a mom, I don't want to see anybody sad. But at the end of the day, I have to have this conversation with my kid. My kid's going through some stuff too. And at the end of the day, I finally had the conversation. I said, you chose this life. You're going to have to suffer the consequences for it. You're lucky that you're young and that there are no major consequences for it. But at the end of the day, you can either choose to think nobody loves you, or you can choose to understand that everybody loves you and they're just trying to see you win. And nobody's going to sugarcoat shit and allow you to get skirt through. And the other thing is, you have a black mama, so you better not get it twisted. And I would say the same thing to Shelly. I understand that she's sad, but she chose the life that she chose, and now she's going to have to figure out how to do this. And this other thing about her being best friends with Olandria, I'm not buying it. I think Olandria was best friends with her, but I do not think that she was best friends with Olandria.
Yeah. I just want to add, I get kind of frustrated with this idea that she's receiving a lot of hate because of Ace. Yes, she's receiving hate because of Ace. But let's not isolate her own decisions and choices, y'all. Yeah. She participated in a lot of it.
Right.
So I don't understand why we keep, y'all, from the time she was in the villa to the time she left the villa, she showed us who she was, right? And as someone who was rooting for black women, I too, Darcy and Lover Girl, I was splitting my vote for a little bit.
Me too.
I was splitting my vote.
Until the day I didn't.
I want to see my girl win because I do not like Honda, and I damn sure wasn't going to let her go, But at the end of the day, I just get so annoyed, y'all. She was a willing participant. She wanted this. Now she doesn't like the consequences to her own choices and actions.
That's how you learn it.
That's right. That is all.
So I'm gonna say,
And people who are saying,
I just don't have the patience. I really don't. And she could win from over there. From way over there.
I just want positivity, and I'm sick and tired of hearing about a 28-year-old being a victim of a 22-year-old. Come on.
And I hate that
people said that. You don't let that 22-year-old man run your relationship. Mind you, you have life experiences. You've graduated since you've been in the world much longer than that man. And mind you, he's never had a girlfriend.
Never.
So you're gonna let him steer the ship? Are you okay?
Right.
Maybe it was, honestly, and then also too, even to bring up culture, y'all,
well, that's true. I did forget about that.
Sis, get it together.
And I kind of forgot. So I'm with dark skin, real quick, you guys. I'm with dark skin to the degree that I did notice she was sad, and but I don't feel sorry for her. I see that she's sad with her decisions, and there's a resentment. I said earlier I want all of them to win. I don't feel sorry for them, but I do want all of them to win. I'm not sure what a win would look like at this point for these people, but not how she was looking. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a personal journey for her and her Labubu friend to figure out what it would look like to get right in themselves to overcome this situation that they have brought upon themselves by both participating in the buffoonery against Olandria, and over in the YouTube, they're saying that you're right. Was that you, Sorry? They're agreeing with Sorry. They're not feeling sorry for Shelly. She made her bed. She had to lie in it. She's totally complicit. And they just pointed out a big doozy for me, which was when they did that complex cooking show, there were a lot of darts towards Olandria.
There was a lot of shade.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot.
especially when it came to the friendships that was discussed on that cooking.
Yeah, the cooking thing, the cooking complex
Didn't
thing.
she talk about the reunion outfits and everything?
Right.
And even let's take it back to the speedy interview. What was the first post after them? Black love.
Right.
Yeah. And also, can we talk about she goes on lives? She goes on lives when people are doing major things. She was on live when Alandria's at the Golden Globes. She was also on live while Iris was at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Y'all think she doesn't have a brain, but she does.
No, why you sit on live when other people are working? Get to work. Get to work.
She moves very similarly to her friend 404.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something. At least
This is what
Ola doesn't have to go on live and lie saying she's going to go to an event when she doesn't.
Exactly.
That's what I'm speaking of. I'm not speaking of her sadness being about Ace. I genuinely do not think that she's sad about Ace. I think that she's actually relieved that, she doesn't have that, or, she's not attached to him at this moment. I think her sadness is the fact that she wants to be successful or in a position to where she also her name is also everywhere. And I think that was what her sadness is.
Dark Skin, I totally understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, when you feel like you're not being successful, you have to take a look at your own choices. Let's not even talk about Ace. Let's just talk about the choices that you make. People want to follow somebody that they can relate to, that they can feel like hope, that they can feel forward movement, that they can feel light. We're in dark times politically.
They're looking for empowerment.
People are looking for that, and when you are giving nothing, you get nothing.
I agree.
And
That's why I like Ola, and that's why I've always liked Ola. So when they were in the villa, until it was about the last end of the episodes, that is when I feel, and I'm speaking for myself, that Shelly wasn't genuinely friends with LRGA.
Right.
Now, other people can think differently, but that's how I feel. And I do feel as though when Tiny Man went on Speedy's podcast, I think that Shelly aligns with everything he said. I think that they were in cahoots together, and it was all great with both of them, okay? I'm not on here trying to say that I feel bad for Shelly because of the decision she's made. No, I'm saying from a human perspective, and this might just be, once again, the Gemini in me, is I can see her sadness, and it hurts me to see that because I expected or I wanted so much more from her that it just hurts me to see her so sad because I can see it. She tries to fake it. She really does. Even on that live, she was really sitting over there trying to fake it. And for her going live when people have events, I don't think that it's a dig or it's a Sierra move. I don't think so. I think that everyone has their own schedule, and that's when she was cooking and she wanted to go live. I don't think that she was purposely going live to snob anyone because her views weren't even up there. She knows that she couldn't even pull those views that Ola was getting. So I don't think she went live in a shady way. I think she just went live.
Can I point out something?
But when it happens multiple times, it's more questionable.
And she rallied her fans with the Delulu saying, "Oh, I'm going to be in a movie." And then started the discourse that LRGA had no reason to be at the Golden Globes. Shelly is not as dumb as we think.
Thank you, Exo.
Calculated that she would get on live, starting that discourse about how, I'm working on a movie, but I ain't gonna say too much. I just saw a clip. So, and then her Delulu fans are riding with it, all in the comments, talking crazy about our girl.
Oh, but I don't like
Dark skin, I want to commend you on being a human. I want to announce to people today that I am not a human. I am not a human. I cannot look at this from a human perspective. It's fuck she and whatever the fuck she got going on and whatever the fuck she don't got going on. That's it for me. I do not care if she's sad or mad or envy or jealous. She should stay on our side of the world, and I don't care. I am not human. Sorry.
You know what, Julie? I can respect that. I could. And I can respect dark skin's point of view too. I initially would say, and hear me out, right? Hear me out. Initially, I would say, the first few episodes, they were acquaintances. Wouldn't say friends, because you can't hop out. Even the Soul Sister comment for me, I love Ola. I love her. I feel like that Soul Sister comment wasn't applicable to Shelly.
Right.
Realistically, she should have said Soul Brother to Austin. If anything, hear me out. But I feel like the only people that had Ola's intentions in the villa, like from day one, that we've seen was Nick and Austin. Shelly was trying to see where Ola can fit into like a little headspace of hers, of where she could catapult herself and capitulate where she was going to end up within the season of the show, whether it be like the final four or whatnot. Meanwhile, Ola was living the experience.
Right.
Ola was over here calling her soul sister, being as genuine and authentic as she was, which is why everybody loves her.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot who said it best, but I heard it previously where they said Ola was being the friend while being expected to be naive to Shelly. Shelly was portraying Ola to be naive and manipulating and utilizing Ola's fondness as a way to catapult herself into likability. And then come into perspective, especially with the Maybelline challenge, and she saw how low her and Ace really were in comparison to Alandria. That's when she did double backs. And in the season of the show, there were multiple instances where where Shelly, Taylor, especially Taylor and TNT, had it out for Ola.
Yeah.
But
at some point, we have to be able to have a space where we can Nick and Olandria. Like, I get it that people are sad. I get it that, like, even if somebody said, you know what, Huda's dad just died, and she seems sad, I'd be like, you know what, that was really sad, but then I'm moving on. And I just wish that we could kind of get to that point.
Thanks for your patience.
Yes, I am a human. I don't like the fact that she's sad. I do know that her life is probably not in the best place right now. But at the end of the day, she chose it.
Right.
And there will be no Shelandria, so let's just move
Shelandria's over.
Yes.
And the moment I knew that Shelley were aware about this interview with Ace was because this interview was 2 days after her birthday. And let us remind ourselves, what happened that day? Yes, they went to the club. They went there first. Yeah,
a birthday that she wasn't invited to.
People were dancing and everything. As soon as they saw Olandria, everybody was screaming.
And
yes.
Let's make sure we understand that she really wasn't invited to that birthday.
She had to invite herself.
Okay?
What?
So let's.
And didn't Nick not go also?
So did you guys see in the interview that Nick did with in front of the college, in front of the AKA, I think it was an AKA that interviewed him, at the end what he said about Vicky? Vicky too? Okay. You're so sassy. I saw that.
And did you see the Snapchat?
I just think he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He really
He shouldn't.
He don't. He tired of them playing with him in his relationship. He is
And
so
one thing,
tired.
where is the Discord today about the AK girls?
So hear me out, right?
Oh, girl, we ain't never gonna hear that. You right about that?
Exactly, we will never hear
We
it.
ain't never hear about that.
But on my 4th rewatch of season 7, I'm gonna hold y'all hands when I say this.
Or
Yes, I had to watch it 4 times. I could watch the entire show in a week. I'm sorry.
I need some time.
I love it. Do your research.
I had to. So on the stand on business challenge for me, it goes to it go. I'm on my way to campus, but hear me out. On the stand on business challenge, I found it really weird how all the faces, everybody in the room was red, which gave me an inclination. Right when we sat up here, we saw Huda sit up here and say, "When I share something with you, it's only for you. It's not for everybody." Right? And then we have to remember when it fell down on, Dev's ears, Shelly looked at the camera, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, okay, well, Shelly, now's your chance to sit up here and defend Ola, right?
Mm-hmm.
never did.
It was crickets. Everybody was silent. Everybody was over here under the impression that the capitulation of, oh, let's be girls, was Elantria's sole idea. That it was just like, oh, it wasn't like people forgot it was Iris and Honda that came up with, oh yeah, let's be girls, because again, they had people come in as bombshells. They wanted the OGs and the first set of bombshells to be close. They wanted to sit up here and have like a little sisterhood, so that way they could feel safe and comforted and won't have to sit up here and be at odds. But when it went south, they had their scapegoat, which was Ola. Because mind you, and I'm only saying this out of like rewatching the show 4 times, but Ola has been everyone's therapist, everyone's mother, that she was the scapegoat for people to sit up here and say, no, Ola said girls, this, that, and the third, because they were still lingering on her calling Shelly the soul sister. So when they saw that comment, they were initially going to forget. Iris initially came up with it, and Honda endorsed it. So when it came all down to it, and how everything lines up, and how I say a lot of people knew Taylor wasn't really invested in Ola. Taylor really wasn't invested in Ola, because when Nick and Alantria kissed, and she said, you know what, me and him kissed, and we did, and Shelly made that look of, now that wasn't in the scripts, that wasn't something on my bingo sheet. I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, girl, okay, be envious. Damn, that's odd behavior. If one of my girlfriends came over to me and said, oh, you wouldn't have guessed this, Pookie, but it's one person you would have never guessed me kissing. We kissed, Pookie, especially on live television that's produced.
Thanks,
but now
Charlie.
You're trying to force feed me to sit up here and go to someone who's over here trying to play reserved, knowing that you yourself knew he felt reserved and didn't want to go all in on me. You still want me to pursue it.
Can I just say something?
So when it came,
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was about to say, so when it came to Shalandrian fans, like, I know at first I used to be a Shalandrian fan. On my second rewatch, I had to rewatch it 2 more times, the show 2 more times, for me to just be like, you know what, I'm letting it go.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie, I let it go.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that goes to show that at the bottom line, Shalandrians have to rewatch like certain iterations where Taylor, Ola, Shelly, even Alan were in the same scope, if not the same scope, have interactions with each other to know that it wasn't going to work.
Oh, you got rid of user.
They can't sit up here and make Shalandrians work.
And her interaction with 404 too, Shelly's interaction with 404. But again, my point, hold on really quick, my point is this. After the Speedy interview, can anybody tell me who reached out on behalf of Nicolandria and said, that's not true, it really truly is a relationship, not a
Jeremiah.
relationship?
Thank you.
So Medea
That's
on
my case.
Medea on YouTube says, my only thing is I felt bad that how do we know she hasn't apologized privately like Nick said Alan did, like Nick said Ace did. She seemed to
Nick
get
said that just
a lot of
because
flack.
I'm not even really sure that it actually happened.
I was thinking that too, honestly, Medea. Like I don't, because he doesn't act like he apologized.
Well, and then he doubled back after that, so I don't
Right.
really apologize.
And I feel like she got flack.
And that
She got flack in that.
He just left it out in the air. Saying
Right, exactly. Her lack of
did not want it to
action.
be out.
Her lack of
Did not want
action
it
was
to be
actionable
public.
to people who were looking. They were like, you should have said something. If you, because everybody was saying, oh, well, she emasculated her man if she would have said something. No, she could have just said, oh, Alan's thoughts are Alan's thoughts, but I know that she really likes Nick and Nick really likes her. Like, that could have been a statement.
One thing also we have to remember is the day the Casamore everything happened, Alan and Three Dreads, they wanted her out, but he didn't expect his third member to vote for Orlando to stay. He was shocked when he said, "Hey, you listen to my command." Never. So Alan was surprised when Nick chose Orlando to stay.
That's true.
I want y'all to know, I'm not a Shalandria or anything.
No, I know. I saw your comment earlier. You were saying that you weren't a Shalandrian fan.
Yeah.
But I understand where you were coming from because you just wanted to give them both graces as black women. That's why I understand.
I agree that the way Shelly went about things for Alandria, she did it all wrong, and what she did was completely messed up. But I do feel so. During everything, even the reunion, Shelly never once stood up for Alandria. She never once had Alandria's back. Now, they did say things were edited out, is what Jeremiah said, and that Nick and Ace did say something to that girl. So, but Jeremiah didn't say that Shelly said something to that girl.
But he said also that Nick cried.
Right. So as far as Shelly's life, I personally would never want that for Alandria to become close again with Shelly, just because the intentions, like someone said, she wasn't invited to the birthday party. In fact, Alandria was the one who said, hey, you're having a birthday, well, what are we doing for it? So I agree with what everyone said. I completely agree, with what everyone said, especially what Charlie said, that she's not human. I understand where everyone's coming from and the way that
That's
Shelly
true.
I'm just saying that I felt sorry for her. Me personally, I felt bad. She just looked sad. But I digress.
No, I get it. She did look sad, but at the end of the day, I know we're black women, support black women, but I gotta support black women who actually support black women, and Shelly has not shown that thus far.
Yeah, because I'm like this. I support black women, but there are a few black women that I absolutely will not support Candace Owens.
Oh, Lord.
I agree.
Well, we all agree with that one.
Yeah. I don't think she's black anymore. I thought
Nick supports a black woman more than Shelly.
When was that picture?
I think Shelly genuinely thought that she was the it girl. In fact, some people may disagree. I think in the beginning of Love Island season 7, I think the producers was trying to make it mostly about Shelly and Ace's storyline. They were trying their best to make it about Shelly and Ace. And then it slowly became about Nick and Sierra. Now, you guys can agree and disagree.
I feel like I'm going to have to disagree.
Me too.
Yeah.
Only because...
I think we'll try to...
I was about to say, only because we had, and hear me out, as much as I would love to never usher any conversations about this individual, because I don't like her, I never liked her, boo-hoo sabe, when she got caught in the act on being on live, laughing at, Alandria's yeah, I would never, exactly. Like, the horror shows, the horror fields, yes. But I would say they gave her more options, more people who came in for her, who gravitated towards her the most. We had people who sat up here, and this was before Casa, right? We had Jeremiah. We had even what's his weird name? You like to be dominant. You like to be not.
JD.
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 Yes. Like we had people who was interested in her, and was sidelined because she as a person did not fuck with who they were as an individual. So when that came in,
Sorry about that.
She wasn't giving people chances. She locked in with Jeremiah.
I think it was both. That's just I think it was both. Yes, they did focus on Honda and Jeremiah, but I think they also had a runner up, and it was going to be Shelly and Ace. I think when they kept trying to show that storyline between Shelly and Austin, and how Austin didn't want to feel like a third wheel. I mean, I've never seen the connection between Shelly and Austin, but if that's what they said, that they really liked each other, cool, that's fine. But I think that they were trying to steer us in that way because they seen that the Jeremiah storyline with Huda was kind of fading or was going downhill. It was entertaining until, the fan base started saying, oh, well, no, she's being super toxic and speaking to him so disrespectfully. I think that's when the producers started trying to push Ace and Shelly and Austin's three-way storyline. That's what I feel.
Here's how I knew. Hold on. Here's how I knew that Shelly actually liked somebody. She didn't really like Austin. She didn't really like Olandria. She didn't really like, when she started losing who she was as an individual, that's how I knew that she actually liked somebody. Because when she came into the village, she was a bad bitch, and then by the time she got together with small hands, the woman shrunk to an infant child. But before that, she walked in like a bad bitch. So anytime Shelly loses who Shelly is, that's the person who she likes. She did not like She did not like Austin. She didn't like Charlie. She didn't like any of those people.
Yep. And I said that in Tina's live. I'm sorry, you were there when I said that in Tina's live.
Real quick, the reason I
totally agree with you.
Real quick, the reason I have this picture up here is because in YouTube, Mello said that she didn't think Mello said on YouTube that she doesn't think that there was an apology because of this picture when it looked like Olandria and Shelly were hugging and Shelly felt like, don't touch me, or like you're the one that offended her. This is an awkward picture. And then there's another one where she's kind of leaning to the side away from Olandria, whereas Olandria looks like, oh my God, so happy to see you. You know what I mean? So the reason I had this up was because
Michelle's a photographer as well, so she couldn't even fake it for her own photographer.
Right.
Like they
but
just.
The thing is, I don't think she made an apology because I don't think Shelly thinks she did anything wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you remember Jessie Wu alluded that Shelly felt like Olandria owed her an apology.
Just like Ace. Just like Ace thought that shit too.
Exactly. Exactly.
For what?
And the reason, I think from the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what you all thought, but I thought from the beginning they tried to do a PPG thing with Olandria, Shelly, and Huda.
Yeah, just from the looks of it.
Hi bitches after 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, I want an apology from all the rest of the Islanders, and I want an apology for Jessie Wu. Because the PTSD that I've gotten from all these people, at this point, I want a personal apology.
I thought we're just giving them out and demanding them.
And also, we have to also remember the statement she did about the whole Olandria racism and Huda laughing at. She did that because all the other Islanders did that the night before.
Exactly, and because it was against Honda. And her sister ruined that immediately. Like, put that girl on a muzzle.
Her and Huda both waited 24 hours before making a statement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. To me, when you take that long, you're not, well, some people would say, oh, you apologized when it was good for you, not because people wanted you to apologize. But also, I feel like if a sorry was on your heart, then you're going to say it immediately. But if you have to think of why you're sorry, it's going to take you 24 fucking hours.
That is so true.
And the statement looked like a ChatGPT.
Yeah. No, the first one was the authentic one. Remember that little Snapchat thing? That was the authentic one, and that's what we should take into account.
Yeah, but the second one, she waited 24 hours to build, was a complete ChatGPT. But what I also noticed was some parts were taken from Olandra's statement.
Oh yeah, totally.
So true. So true.
You know, here's the deal. If it was really like the amount of times that their camp has talked about Nicolandria being PR, I say the same thing about them and their apologies. It's their apologies are PR. Those are not real apologies. It's fake apologies. Mm-hmm. The apology that Honda gave is like me watching Fox News, telling me that 2024 didn't happen.
Wake up.
I don't know. I just think these people should all just move better and stop being and acting so entitled.
But also, Shirley, can she grow up a little bit? Because, you know, when she made the statement about the whole breakup on page 6.
Yeah.
Why wait like 4 or 5 days, then make another statement after Orlando Nick said we're gonna go private? She then goes to say my relationship is gonna be private from now. I bet you that Alan saw her interview with those two men, then DM'd her and said, make a statement right now. I bet you money on that.
What do you think they were doing?
Because I bet you that. Okay, I'm not gonna say his name. Ace DM'd Shelley after her interview with Page 6 and said make an announcement right now.
He might have did a lot of things
to clear everything up.
Yeah, because he didn't say anything. That was weird.
And I'm saying this before I drop, right? Because I finally sped to class.
Okay.
We love to talk shop. But no, because I had to. I live an hour away from my campus.
Oh wow.
Oh dang! Yeah,
that's commitment.
My class starts at I was committed. My class starts at 2:30.
Good for you.
I left my house at 2:00.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're safe. Right.
And now my gas tank is almost on E. But
You live on the wild side for me.
Let me call to report a reckless driver.
I know. Hold on. So what I was about to say is, because I got a phone call before I was about to finish my original thought. It was the question relied about how the show was around Shelly and Ace, but it wasn't. It was more so Huda because he had more opportunities. And even after Casa, because TJ came in for Huda, until Iris came into the frame and he clicked up with Iris, so it kind of felt like, like a match made in hell heaven for Tyrus. I don't care, really. But when it came to people who had the most options and experiences, it was Huda more than Shelly. Shelly only had, I want to say, Chris that came in for Shelly and Ace. They were trying to make that little triangle work. It didn't work. Huda then gained Chris. When we got the episode for the whole heart rate challenge and then the Casa deleted footage that we've never seen of, I'm bringing him back for the both of us. I was like, okay, well, I get two people's standpoints, but I would just want, the full scope of things. So Huda had more opportunities for a couple or a recoupling than Shelly would. That's the only grace I'm ever giving Shelly ever. But
Charlie came in for Shelly.
Charlie also came in for Shelly.
Yeah, remember that's who he picked to go to the hideaway when 404 picked Nick.
Oh.
Can I just interrupt? It sounds like Ace's interview is going to drop tomorrow, according to Jessica B.
It was supposed to drop last Friday.
That was not.
What platform is it even dropping on?
Sorry. Thank
I
you.
was about to say but for me, I just feel like this season it was more so, oh, let's give, people who were as close to whiteness as possible, not calling her a white, but she is white adjacent.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it was more giving options for people who weren't dark skinned. So when it came to Shelly having, Charlie, JD, Chris, it was more so of you can have your cake, but Huda had more options, right? So even then, you wouldn't say Ola had it out for her, because the people who she was interested in wasn't interested in her, and if they weren't going about the way she cared for them, for the way she cares for people. So we had Taylor, who wasn't interested in her. Then we had Jalen, who was interested in her enough that it was encroaching on her boundaries and personal space and how she wanted to be loved. We had two different people who loved Ola, quote unquote. I'm saying that because Taylor didn't. And then we had Nick, who is the underlying underdog who loved her, who paid attention. Because at the end of the day, you can say I love you all you want. You can show you love somebody and then do something else. But it takes a lot for you to sit up here, say you love them, show you love them, and then keep the small things at the front of your mind, like walking her down the steps, making sure she's, safe and secure, talking to her, holding her hand, making sure she feels that it's okay to let your guard down, to be vulnerable, to be comfortable. And I've been seeing, like, on my fourth rewatch, that's what he was doing. He was being consistent. It wasn't inconsistent.
Thanks for the flower, Devonda.
Taylor was sitting here having conversations with Alan, saying, oh, I don't really find her this attractive. And I, like, from then on, focusing on who Taylor interacted with and had personal conversations like he had with Iris, he had with TJ, he had with Charlie, like, all these people just looking at Taylor, it was like, bro, treat her right or she'll leave you. And he felt so confident he would stay on the island that he was disregarding her own safety and her own feelings, that it made Nick want to step up. So when Nick said, and I quote, I feel like I want to pursue Alandria, Taylor felt threatened because that's literally his fail-safe, his safety net, the one person in his pocket that he had wrapped around his finger, didn't even know.
Aren't these cool?
He was over here clocking that shit and was trying to figure out if it was genuine on his end, if he really cared about her or not. So a lot of people was calling her delusional, but the whole time she was just in her pocket.
Wow.
I could see that. That was a word right there. I gotta unpack that. But I hate to say, I know we say that Shelly got a lot of people, but y'all, it was really 404. Like, multiple.
Which I don't understand. I don't see the material.
Exactly. TNT.
I don't see
I'm
the
just saying,
material at all.
like, it was really her story, y'all. Nick just wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. And so,
I'll be back if y'all are still here.
but it was really 404. She was getting the winner's edge. The guys were coming in for her. So, I mean, she would literally have a conversation, and then that was it. Nothing else progressed from there.
Call him and tell him it's him. Okay.
And she wanted to be closed up within 4 days.
I'm gonna ask a question real quick. It might change the subject, but do you guys feel as though, because I know that he's not a factor because nobody really talks about him, but do you think that Jalen, I hope I'm saying his name right, was so hurt and that's why he didn't come to the reunion? Because he acted as though when he went on interviews after, as if like Ola hurt him so bad, like just because he got
girl, I'm glad you brought this up because they jumped me 2 lives ago for my imaginary Final Four. Okay, they jumped me. I know a lot of y'all don't move for Jalen. I know. I've been jumped in the comments before. Here we go.
Wait, hold on.
It's saying it's white.
I don't move for him. I think that he's a, I think he's a bear. He can be a bear.
I don't think he was that hurt. Remember the tea that came out that he had a girl the whole time? So I don't know. It could be one or the other.
I mean,
No, come on. He was not that hurt. He moved so quickly.
Because they tell it for me.
No,
He moved so quickly, physically, which Ola had said. Listen, these bombshells get to see what the people have said that they look for in a partner before they get in there. That's the reason why Witchy Poo put her little spell on Nikki Poo and Charlie kissed Bella on the cheek. So they knew that, and he should have known that Elandria was not. She was a slow burner. She was not really into physicality. He was in there trying to kiss her down and just be so super physical, and that turned her off.
Yeah.
What was the Mr. Can I get? Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Right.
So he was not really all that butthurt. His ego might have been not butthurt.
EXO. Yes. EXO, let me jump here from the panel, not the comments. This man, in 3 different conversations, speaking to Elandria, was, it's my first time out the country. It's my first time out the country. That's all they talked about. It's my first time out the country. And the 3rd time, she was like, oh, really? I'm like, oh, Elandria, bless your heart. You bored as fuck. The moths, by that 3rd time, the moths were flying round and around and around in her stomach. She literally said moths. And that's because it's my first time out the country. It's my first time. So yeah, EXO, you jumped.
Y'all don't like Jalen?
Girl,
No.
they do not move for Jalen around here.
I'm fine with Jalen.
I like Jalen.
Don't get your friend.
I don't think he's good for Ola, but I like Jalen. I felt like Jalen's presence was needed to wake up Taylor and Ace.
Yeah.
To wake up Taylor and Ace, to really show, because Ace controls Taylor, that's his dad. So
it was still pointless, though. It was still pointless.
Because it showed us, and we already knew what it was, but remember that Ola did not know what was going on. It really kind of showed the villa, in my sense, that Taylor wasn't doing what he needed to really do. Because what Ola said was, what we didn't get to see was Taylor was a gentleman, and he was putting on, in front of her, that he really liked her. But I don't think that the villa really got to see what a man who really likes her looked like. Because I do feel like Jalen really did like Ola.
Okay, so dark skin, because I gotta hop into work. I'm just gonna say, this is where I feel like sometimes experience does play into the factor. So, I don't think Ace was really truly Taylor's daddy. I think Taylor was sometimes the master manipulator, and people are just not clocking it. Yeah. And I think with Jalen, because I dated a Jalen, the football player from some
Life
town
Lux
in Texas, and they try to act like they just, oh golly gee, shucks. But come to find out, they know how to play that roster, and they know how to, they know what they're talking about. I just don't think Jalen really, truly was, I think he was just like, hey, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't think he was like evil, but I also just don't think that he really had, I really just don't think he thought, once he got in the villa, I think he understood that it wasn't going to work with Ola. I think he probably was peeping some things with Nick, and if we really want to talk about, I just want to see more about a man that actually loves Ola. We got that. It's just people can't get past the fact that guy was white.
I think Jalen was more.
They can't get past the Ace interview as well.
I think Jalen were more gassed to leave his country than Ola.
So
he was excited, y'all. He was excited.
He was. It was endearing.
That's true.
Touching her and the physical touch, unless it was Nick from week 1, okay?
Right.
Don't get it twisted. Coming in here trying to be touchy and all that shit.
Devonda on, real quick.
The thing that I will say about black men that is a positive is black men typically tend to understand when another black woman is out of their league. It's just how they acknowledge that. Some do it like Taylor and they try to humble him. Others just kind of like slide back in the back like The Simpsons. You know what I mean? So I think Jalen was the slide back, and I think Taylor was let me humble you. But they both knew that Ola was out of their league.
Well, on YouTube, it suggested that Jalen was lusting for Ola, but also that Jalen was one of the only black men that spoke up for Olandria and tagged her when all that stuff happened. Because remember, some people made statements but didn't say, "Oh, Olandria, this happened to Olandria." He was one of the few that definitely was like Olandria, you know. So that's
and that's
right.
great.
But
you remember before that, what did he do when the Allen interview came out? He posted like he can't wait to fucking watch.
Shady.
Yeah. So miss me with that.
TJ did the same, y'all. TJ.
I didn't know I did that.
Charlie, I love you.
Hold on. TJ did the same, y'all. I'm not saying this. I know Jay.
Right on, Life Lux. You're welcome.
I needed Taylor about the villa by any means necessary. So I'm gonna acknowledge I did vote for them to couple up. And one of the best moments is when Jalen had to scoot his ass over so Jalen can sit next to Ola.
That was great.
My favorite part.
That was so good.
That was my favorite part. And Jalen a good dude. So can you imagine skinny ass having to scoot his ass over?
I love seeing Taylor's face when that happened, and he had to stand up there because Taylor's whole, well, in my opinion, Taylor's whole thing was he didn't want to leave the villa. Like him and Ace, Taylor was playing Olandria so he could stay in the villa. We all know that he was just trying to save his spot, and so that right there to see that no, your spot is not saved. It's up to her. That's what I loved.
That's what sent me. I thoroughly enjoyed that recoupling. I know Huda crashed out. I don't really care. I just like to see that Taylor had to move his scrawny ass over to sit down. But you're absolutely right. He was definitely leading with physical. Even if you watch the Dominatrix challenge, dude was low-key humping our girl. I don't know if I can say that online, but he was kissing her and humping her, and he needs to calm that down.
Yeah, like don't come in here.
I don't know why, but yesterday someone DM'd me, and it woke me up because in the villa, the last final day or end the day, Nick specifically said to Ola in the speech and their date, you always put
Agreed, Mellows.
Others first, but don't receive it back. Someone told me yesterday maybe he was cloaking Shelley from the beginning.
Huh.
I think he was just clocking everybody, honestly. I think he saw it from everyone. Yeah, I think it was everyone.
Because if it just was Taylor he was talking about, he would have done that. Because it was multiple people, and especially her, he had to say it, something.
I mean, she does have a strong loyalty, even to those who don't deserve it. And I could even argue that Nick is the same. Because I thought he should have cut ties with 3 Dreads a long time ago. But I think he had to learn that lesson for himself. And I'm glad Olandria allowed him to be like, hey, bro, that's on you, but pay attention. And he learned. Like, it cost him dearly, though. It cost him a lot. But,
I have to say, we have to give a round of applause to one person. I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but one person who never switched up on Ola was Austin.
I'll give Austin his shoes. I'll give him his shoes. He never switched up on her.
But I would have loved to see
consistent.
how their friendship really was.
Mm-hmm. You know, all the white boys from Florida loved Olandria.
Sure did. I don't care to see how their friendship really was. I care to see all of Nicolandria footage that they have not shown us. That's what I care to see. The friendship that developed between Nick and Olandria.
It's 7 months later.
That developed between them.
It's 7 months later, and I will take a behind the scene. I will take a 32 episode behind the scenes series. I will do it. I'll watch it. I would watch it.
We have to wait.
That's what it was.
We have to wait until June, because when that NDA is done, I want to see 1 hour or 2 hour long Q&A or speech from both of them
Immediately.
about their journey.
Yes.
I don't think they will do that. I think they want to get away from Love Island as far as they can. So I don't think they'll do that, and that will bring too much attention back to the words Love Island.
Okay, well, before they get away, I just want Nick to answer 2 questions, which
What are they?
Which we already know. Was what did Alandria do in the heart rate challenge?
Okay.
What she did to him, and then also, because we kind of already know, because he kind of answered with his eyes.
Yeah.
Did the card really say besides your partner?
And I want to see the footage where he is sitting beside her when she's doing her makeup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that it was like, oh yeah, we're really friends. We'll call it that. I think that it was love. I think that what Nick said, and I'm gonna take him for his word, he had always had a crush on that girl. He's always loved Ola. It was love. I skipped I don't care.
Yeah.
It was all. And he always loved Ola, and yeah.
And remember what
Well, he even said 3rd time's a charm. He even said for love, 3rd time's a charm. Didn't he say the 3rd?
Whether she knew it or not, how can somebody not be attracted to her?
Right.
Yeah.